Live from the IRC Television Studios on the SUNY Oneonta campus, this is Oneonta News Now. I'm Joanna Weidenhammer.
And I'm Caitlin Horrit.
Before we start the news, meteorologist Dustin Pennington joins us with a look at the Oneonta weather cam.
Thanks, Johanna and Caitlin. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. We've had absolutely gorgeous weather for our weekend. OFest yesterday saw sunny skies and temperatures near 50 degrees, and that remains the case today with sunny skies out there and temperatures approaching almost 60 degrees. Beautiful weather to go out and have a barbecue, especially after being cooped up for a very long winter. Nice weather and warm temperatures expected to continue for the start of our work week, but we may see some rain come in by the end of the week with another system in the southeast. Thankfully, though, it looks like it'll just be rain and none of the white stuff. Maybe finally getting out of winter and going into spring at last. More details on the forecast coming up for the rest of the week and maybe into next weekend coming up in a bit.
Thanks, Dustin. Coming up next, we have our campus and local news. Stay tuned to Oneonta News Now.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
For campus news, shifting its focus to family-friendly entertainment, the SUNY Oneonta Theater Department with Mask and Hammer Theater Club will stage Honk Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at Goodrich Theater. Andrew Call, Associate Professor of Theater with the college and Honk Director, called the 2-hour musical a modern-day retelling of Hans Christian Andersen's The Ugly Duckling. It's updated to a more contemporary Barnyard, he said, with some beautiful lessons, inclusion, accepting people who are different, and recognizing that we all have something beautiful inside. Call said selecting the musical, developed in England in the early 90s, meant an unusual opportunity for the college's theater department to include the wider community. After auditions were held last November, he said rehearsals began in January. Normally, we try to gear our shows towards serving our theater majors, so we're often producing plays for an on-campus audience, Call explained. But we'd love for this to be an opportunity for local families to come see our show. Casting the show, Call said, offered another, more in-depth chance to integrate the college with members of its community. The 14-person cast includes 10 undergraduates and 4 local children between ages 9 and 12. Tiffany Gardner and Juliana Plotz of Oneonta, Milford 9-year-old Claire Smith, and Delilah Sinem of Delhi, including child actors, Call said, took the production to new heights.
Also in campus news, SUNY students gathered to share their scholarly and creative work on Friday. Students from 28 different SUNY colleges and universities presented their research and creative activity projects during the SUNY Undergraduate Research Conference. The projects covered a wide variety of disciplines with topics ranging from the effect of water availability on reproductive outcomes in bean beetles to the significance of food imagery in the Bible. There were also workshops for students and faculty to attend, along with the SUNY Graduate School Fair, a sustainability tour of the SUNY Oneonta campus, and a planetarium presentation. President Nancy Klanuski and incoming President Barbara Morris attended the event, which was a highlight.
For local news, though he has worked in American restaurants for nearly 20 years, Leonardo Ignacio is recalling the kitchens of his childhood in Mexico to bring authentic Spanish cuisine to downtown Oneonta. Located at 160 Main Street, Nacho's Mexican food launched at the start of the month. Ignacio, who runs the restaurant with help from his wife, sons, and cousins, said he saw an opportunity to bring something special to area. I could see that there is not much Spanish food around here, he said. And I have been in Oneonta for 10 years, always working in different kitchens, but now I am trying to do something on my own. Early responses and lesser-known Mexican menu options, I've been seeing a lot of local people and college students, and they want to try something a little different, he said. Customers have been telling me it is more like original Mexican, and I have people who are not very familiar with a few items. Noting that his first week was very busy, Ignacio said, "We have been selling a lot of quesadillas, empanadas, and churros. For more adventurous diners, Nacho's offers dishes such as albondigas, which is a style of meatballs, and camarones a la diabla, which is a hot sauce creamy beverage made with rice milk, cinnamon, vanilla, and sugar. Make sure to check it out.
For the first time in 5 years, the Coopertown Central School District has a National Merit Scholarship finalist. Senior Riley Nelson, who is 17 years old, learned in February that he has made the final round in the college scholarship program. Nelson says that he was shocked because he had forgotten that he had applied, but when the shock wore off, he was very happy about his accomplishment. According to the program's website, about 15,000 students nationwide are named finalists, and about half of those finalists receive scholarship awards. Nelson says that he is leaning towards attending Hamilton College in Clinton in the fall. He is interested in studying public policy or biology.
Thanks, Caitlin. We have your local entertainment news. When we come back, stay tuned to Oneonta News Now.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary.
Hi, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We're back with your local entertainment news update with Natalie Costanza. What's going on this week on campus, Natalie?
Well, there's a ton of great things happening on our campus this week. This weekend, join the Terpsichorean Dance Company as they take over not only the Goodrich Theater, but New York City. Terps Takes New York City is the company's spring show, featuring a wide range of dance styles from hip-hop to contemporary, tap to jazz. There is certainly something for everyone. This high-energy show is set to leave the audience cheering and with smiles on their faces. The student-run company will be hosting the show this Thursday, April 26th, and Friday, April 27th at 7 o'clock p.m., and Saturday, April 28th at 5 o'clock p.m. Tickets are $5 for students and $7 for all others. Come out for a night of celebrating the art of dance and the work of our student dancers and choreographers. The show will certainly make you wish you could take a trip to New York City. I know that many of our Wire members are also on Terps. I'm on Terps. And Caitlin, this is your first Terp show. Are you excited?
I'm extremely excited. I love dancing.
Oh, it's going to be so fun. It's going to be great. So excited. We have all seen them, we have all been inspired by them, and if you haven't had the chance to be enriched by a TED Talk, well, Oneonta, here is your chance. TED and Oneonta, The Age of Amazement, will present highlights from this past year's TED Talks on Wednesday, April 25th at 7 o'clock p.m. in the Red Dragon Theater. The goal of this event is to bring people together through shared ideas. The event will be live streaming TED Talks to the theater, giving students an alternative to just watching the videos online. This is certainly a great opportunity for our students to come together and help to further enrich our community. Another week, another show. Join the Music Industry Club for another wonderful event this Monday, April 23rd at 7:15 p.m. in Fine Arts Room M201. This event will feature on-campus acts such as Sean Sato, Mary Lark, Muddled Waters, and the headliner, the Marijuanas. The Marijuanas are fresh off their album release this past week and certainly are adding some great music to the Oneonta community. The Marijuanas album, The Ruckus, was released on the 20th, and this concert is made to help promote the hard work of our students. The concert tickets will cost $3 for all. Come join our campus music community to celebrate and recognize our wonderful talent. And lastly, join the Student Fashion Society this Saturday, April 28th at 4 o'clock p.m. in Alumni Fieldhouse for their semesterly fashion show this spring. They will be hosting a floral-themed spring fashion show. All the clothing and designs are student-made, and student models will be walking down the runway, showing off the work proudly. There will also be refreshments during intermission, along with a special performance. You won't want to miss this trendy event. But don't worry if you can't make it to the event, because our very own Wire TV will be recording the show. Well, that's all for your ONN entertainment news for this week. Be sure to attend those great events.
Thanks so much for joining us today, Natalie. We have your national news coming up, so stay tuned.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
A former Houston 911 operator was found guilty of hanging up on thousands of people phoning in to request emergency assistance. Crinshonda Williams this week was sentenced to 10 days in jail and 18 months of probation for interfering with emergency telephone calls, which is a misdemeanor charge. The 44-year-old Texas woman spent a year and a half taking and ignoring 911 calls at the Houston Emergency Center. She was caught in 2016 after a supervisor noticed a surprising amount of quick phone calls on her line. The district attorney's office said there is a recording system in place that tracks whether it is the operator or the caller who disconnects. It showed thousands of calls shorter than 20 seconds, all the result of Williams hanging up. When police questioned her about the hang-ups during the summer of 2016, she told that officers that she often hangs up on calls that have not been connected because she did not want to talk to them at that time. Prosecutors said the calls Williams received ranged from reports of speeding vehicles to homicides.
The parents of 2 children who were killed during the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting are suing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones for defamation, accusing him and his website, InfoWars, of false, cruel, and dangerous assertions. The 2 lawsuits were filed on Monday in Travis County, Texas, where Jones lives, by parents Leonard Posner, Veronica De La Rosa, and Neil Heslin. Jones has repeatedly called the Sandy Hook shooting a hoax, and after showing no signs of stopping anytime soon, the parents decided to sue over 5 years after the shooting. The parents are each seeking $1 million in damages. They are represented by Mark D. Bankston, a Houston lawyer who filed a similar defamation lawsuit this month against Jones and his website after they falsely identified a man they believe to have carried out the shooting at Major Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida.
A man is being praised online for his kindness after he helped a distraught woman who was traveling alone with 2 young children for the first time. Jessica Rudine posted the story online along with photos to thank the stranger for showing her the type of kindness and compassion that she's never known from another person. She stated, "My first flight with an infant and a toddler started out with a little panic when we boarded the plane. My 4-month-old was screaming his head off because due to a series of unexpected events, I was unable to nurse him before boarding the plane. My 3-year-old, who was excited before boarding the plane, lost her nerve and began screaming and kicking. I want to get off the plane, I don't want to go. I honestly thought we'd get kicked off the plane. So with 2 kids losing their minds, I was desperately trying to calm the situation. This man reached for the baby and held him while I forced a seatbelt on Caroline, got her tablet and started her movie. When she was settled and relatively calmed, he distracted her so that I could feed Alexander. Finally, while we were taxiing, the back of the plane no longer had screams during the flight. He colored and watched a movie with Caroline. He engaged in conversation and showed her all the things outside. By the end of the flight, he was Caroline's best friend. He said he and his wife had experienced the same thing with their 2 boys.
A statue of J. Marion Sims, a 19th century surgeon who conducted experimental operations on female slaves, was removed from its place in Central Park after a unanimous vote by New York City's Public Design Commission. This has been the first decision to alter a notable New York monument since Mayor Bill de Blasio called for a review of symbols of hate from the city property 8 months ago, after white supremacist protests in Charlottesville, Virginia. Sims is known as the father of modern gynecology, but his work has been regarded by modern historians and ethnicists as unethical. He operated on enslaved African-American women without anesthesia. The statue will eventually be erected again on a low pedestal with a signage explaining its and Sims' history in the Greenwood Cemetery in Brooklyn, where Sims is buried. The plan is criticized by many. One activist, Armit Tren, said the relocation of the Sims Monument to the Greenwood Cemetery in Brooklyn by the City of New York denotes that this physical representation of anti-Black violence will still stand.
Thanks, Caitlin. When we come back, Dustin Pennington will take a look at your 5-day weather forecast. Stay with us.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
The It's On Us pledge is a personal commitment to help keep men and women safe from sexual assault.
It is a promise
to not be a bystander to the problem,
but to be a part of the solution.
As a SUNY Oneonta student athlete, I am proud to take the pledge. I pledge
to help keep men and women safe from sexual assault.
I promise
not to be a bystander to the problem, but a part of the solution.
I pledge to recognize
that non-consensual sex is sexual assault.
To identify situations
in which sexual assault
may occur. To intervene
in situations where consent cannot or has not been given.
To create an environment
in which sexual assault is unacceptable and survivors are supported.
Join us and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
I pledge to help stop sexual assault.
Welcome back to Oneonta News Now. Let's find out what the weather has in store for us this week with our meteorologist, Dustin Pennington.
Thanks, Caitlin. Like I said earlier, beautiful weekend out there. It's only continued to get better as we go into the beginning of our work week. Temperature is going to warm up to almost near 70 degrees by Tuesday before we unfortunately see some chances for some rain move in by Wednesday and through the end of the next week. But thankfully, that will most likely remain as rain without any snowfall, which would be a nice relief for us. Currently in Oneonta, temperature is about 55 degrees, winds about north at 13 miles per hour, and it's only 23% humidity. It feels really nice outside. Great day to be outside for that barbecue, like I mentioned earlier. And that is the case for everyone across the area, hugging around the mid to upper 50s, Oneonta 55, Middleville 51. Some places on the eastern side of our region almost reaching 60 already, 58 in Albany, 58 in Cobleskill, 58 in Kingston. Looking at the regional radar across the northeast, we are dry, completely quiet, nothing going on, but it's not where the action is. Where the action is actually is in the southeast. Nice low pressure system centered right over central and eastern Arkansas, creating a wide swath of precipitation across Mississippi, going into Alabama and also into Georgia. This is the rainfall that will eventually reach us by Wednesday and continue to affect us all the way through Friday and possibly even into our weekend. There's that system right over central Arkansas. Move its way to the northeast gradually, but here's that high pressure system that has been keeping us dry and nice for the weekend and for the next couple days. And the forecast for tonight, clear skies, as you would expect, but it will be chilly. Probably temperatures going down to the low 30s as we have no cloud cover. It'll definitely get a little chilly, maybe even a little windy as we have that low pressure system coming through. Going on to tomorrow, however, the storm system is still just right over western Tennessee. This is a very slow mover, actually, which is problematic for people in the southeast. We could see some flash flood risks with intense rainfall in the very slow moving system. And that high pressure system, same sort of deal, still hovering around New York, not moving out very quickly, which is good for us. It will keep us dry and nice for Monday. As we can look at the temperatures as well, they're a little bit warmer than today. Temperatures going into the 60s, low 60s and the mid 60s, 66 in Syracuse, 63 in Oneonta, even 67 in Albany and Kingston, reaching near 70 degrees for your Monday. And the forecast, once again, sunny skies for everybody. Not a drop of rain or cloud cover, and that's going to be the case also as we go into Tuesday. Here's that system once again, right around the border of Georgia and Alabama. However, it's going to start to redevelop in southern Georgia, and this will be this system that's redeveloping is what will move northeastward and bring the rain most likely by Tuesday night. I'm thinking Tuesday night and into Wednesday is when we'll start to see the rain chances work in for the end of the week. That high pressure system has also moved off towards the Atlantic, and we're starting to get the influence of that low pressure system. Looking at the temperatures, though, we're still going to remain pretty warm. Temperatures 65 in Utica and 63. Everyone hovering around the mid to upper 60s, maybe 58 in Middleville, 59 in Lake Pleasant. Still near 60 degrees, keeping Tuesday pretty nice. And the forecast, we're still looking at some sunshine, but I would not be surprised for all these areas if towards the end of the day, after the sunshine, we'll see some clouds work in, as well as the precipitation from that system that is moving in from the south. As we look at your week ahead, here it is, Monday, Tuesday, like I mentioned, sunny, 63 degrees. Wednesday, we'll start to see the precipitation work in, high of 57. Same with Thursday and 56. Pretty much going to hover around the 50s for the rest of the week, but still have that chance of precipitation, especially Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm expecting Saturday and Sunday will start to move out and clear out a little bit, but we still have a chance of some rain as we go into Saturday and Sunday. But despite the rain, it's still nice out there, and it's going to continue nice to be for the next couple of days. Let's take a look at how it feels with outside with Carrie.
Stand by. And go ahead.
Hi, Carrie Boundless here, live outside of IRC Studios. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Not a single cloud in the sky right now, nice and warm. There is a bit of a slight breeze, so I'd recommend a nice light jacket. But other than that, it is a beautiful day. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks a lot, Carrie. Enjoy the nice weather while we have it, folks, Monday and Tuesday especially. And enjoy that barbecue if you're doing one today. Highly recommended. That's where I'm going to be doing when I leave this place today. Enjoy the week. Especially just look out for the rain. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you might need that umbrella, especially. And hopefully by the beginning of next week, we'll see some clearing out and some warming temperatures again, maybe some sunshine by next week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Dustin and Carrie. So glad the sun is finally out. But for more national news, one person has died after a Southwest flight from New York to Dallas was forced into an emergency landing in Philadelphia because of a left engine failure. According to National Transportation Safety Board Chairman Robert Sumwalt, multiple alarms went off in the cockpit about 20 minutes into the flight as the aircraft was around 32,500 feet in altitude. Crew members reported an engine fire and said they were initiating an emergency descent. Pieces of shrapnel from the broken engine flew into a window, shattering it and depressurizing the plane. A woman was partly sucked out of the broken window, but pulled back in by other passengers who then administered CPR. The woman, who later died, was identified as 43-year-old Jennifer Riordan, a New Mexico bank executive with a husband and 2 children. Despite the tragic loss, passengers have applauded pilot Tammy Jo Schultz for maintaining her composure throughout the chaos and safely landing the damaged plane.
8,000 Starbucks stores will close on May 29th for racial bias training. CEO Kevin Johnson announced following the arrest of 2 black men who were waiting for a friend at a Philadelphia location. The training will be provided to about 1,700 workers and developed with guidance from experts including former Attorney General Eric Holder, NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund President Sherry Lynn Eiffel, and Anti-Defamation League CEO Jonathan Greenblatt. In a statement, Starbucks CEO Kevin Johnson said, "While this is not limited to Starbucks, we're committed to being a part of the solution. Closing our stores for racial bias training is just one step in a journey that requires dedication from every level of our company and partnerships in our local communities."
Concluding our national news with very disheartening news, Avicii, who was a top electronic dance and music artist, has been found dead at the age of 28. The Swedish DJ was one of the world's biggest dance music stars whose hit songs with Wake Me Up and Levels were loved by all. No cause of death has been announced yet. His representation said in a statement, quote, "It was with profound sorrow that we announced the loss of Tim Bergling, also known as AVICII. The family is devastated, and we ask everyone to really please respect their need for privacy in difficult time," unquote. In the past, he did suffer health problems in part due to his executive drinking.
Thank you, Joanna. Stay tuned to ONN for your weekly sports update with Austin Teitelbaum.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Welcome back to Oneonta News Now. Hey, Austin, so what is going on this week in sports?
Well, Kaylin and Joe, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to sports, so let's get right to it. In Red Dragon news, SUNY Oneonta sophomore Kevin Mackick has earned the SUNYAC Scholar Athlete of the Year award for men's basketball. The award is an honor for the sophomore who has his second straight solo season for the Red Dragons. Mackick was the only sophomore to receive the award from amongst the 7 winners chosen from the other Winter Conference sports. Mackick followed up with his outstanding rookie season last winter with another great year. He led the team in scoring with 334 points. That includes 82 three-point baskets, one shy of tying the program's single-season record. The business economics major, who's also minoring in sports management, had a GPA of 3.86 in the fall of 2017, bringing his overall GPA to a 3.59. Mack is on the Dean's List, who was named to the SUNYAC Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll last spring. He's part of the Oneonta Players Reaching Other Students, which is a group of students, athletes who are peer educators of campus as part of an NCAA Choices grant that athletes received last April. SUNY Oneonta women's lacrosse team took its rival SUNY Cortland to the end before falling short 17-15. The 2 squad completed for most of the game in light snow shower, which caused the field to be slick, but it didn't affect the play on the field. Oneonta pressured late and scored a pair to get close with 25 seconds remaining. Oneonta won the draw but couldn't get another shot off until it expired, and Cortland outshot Oneonta 39-21 in the game. but both teams were equal in draws and ground balls. Oneonta recovered 4 of its 6 free position shot attempts. Cortland was 2 of 5. Oneonta will play its final home game of the regular season this Saturday against Buffalo State beginning at 12 p.m. It's pretty unfortunate that the winter weather has not been on our side. All right, I mean, it's hard to play in the winter.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But cold weather.
Not a fan of the winter.
I don't like the winter. I don't like the winter. But let's get to the professional sports. In MLB news, Washington Nationals superstar hit a home run. Bryce Harper hit a home run. Yeah, that's it. He hit a home run. Oh, and I forget to mention that he hit a home run while bringing his bat. Monday night in the series opener against the New York Mets, Bryce Harper was left with a piece of the handle in his hand after getting sawed off with DeGrom that left Harper's bat at 92 miles an hour and traveled 406 feet. That was home run, by the way. That was number 8 for this season for Harper. He leads baseball in home runs. This is the 17th game. Amazing stuff this year. In MLB news, the NBA mourns the death of Aaron Popovich. LeBron James fought back tears. Former President Bill Clinton offered condolences while hearing what had happened. Aaron died this Wednesday after a long battle with respiratory problems. Greg Popovich has been a mentor to countless players and coaches, never afraid to speak out on social issues or rebuff a wayward question from a reporter. Popovich has coached San Antonio since 1996, leading the Spurs to 5-game title. He's also the current Olympian men's basketball coach. Popovich met his wife at the Air Force Academy in the 1970s while he was assistant coach for the Falcons. Aaron's father, Jim Conroy, was the Air Force's head athletic trainer. We are here in Owen and give our condolences. That's it for your weekly sports report.
Thanks, Austin. I'm sad to say this, but join us again next season for your up-to-date news, sports, weather, and more. I'm Caitlin Horrit.
And I'm Joanna Weinhammer. This is Oneonta News Now. Have a great day. We did it.
It is the last episode.
We live? All right. How y'all doing tonight? We good? Yes. This is very special. I've never done this before. A little nervous, and this mic is kind of stuck. There you go. How's y'all doing today? We good? O-Fest was yesterday. You guys are hungover? No? You lying. Your eyes are not even open. I can see them. Yeah, I had a great O-Fest. It was nice. I enjoy going out a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been kind of in the dumps, you know. I'm not gonna lie because like I had like a lot of relationship issues with like authenticity with people here. Especially I feel like it's the culture here in college, especially when you go out and like you know just try to have a good time and dance. Cause I love to dance, but I don't drink. And things with like people, especially like white people, when you like dance with them, like they think that you're gonna have sex with them that night. Like if you dancing like it's contact like that night, that's going down, and it's not like that for me. I just want to have dance. I want to dance and have fun, you know, and especially me because dancing is life. Dancing is culture. We do it at funerals, do it at parties, things like that. But it's really connected to my life because my parents actually met in a strip club, and my mom was on the pole. No, I'm kidding. They didn't meet in a strip club. My dad was on the pole. Listen, there's a lot of things going on. Got relationship issues, which I feel like is kind of in part of the culture that we have here. Because, like, a lot of girls lie to me. Like, I asked this girl recently to go to a date party with her, and she was like, yeah, I'll go, whatever. And I get a text on Tuesday like, oh, so sorry, but we got a test on Friday, and I can't go. So I was like, okay, that's not a problem. And then Thursday when the date party was, I go on Snapchat, and she's out with her friends, and she's like, oh, this is so fun. Oh, I didn't need to go to the date party with that guy. And she forgot she added me on Snap. But, no, I get it, though. I do get it. I was out here having fun. You been in a bad relationship?
I mean, there's been bad people. I mean, I feel like in life you meet...
That answer too long. She's been in a bad relationship. It's okay. I've never been in a relationship, but I don't want to, you know? Because it's the things that I see, things that I've been through. My roommate had a bad breakup, and how he would cope with it is he would come in my room and try to sing High School Musical with me, but I would be asleep. So he tried to get under the covers and like cradle with me and also like sing We're All in This Together. I was like, nope, we're not. I'm gonna sleep on the futon. You in this by yourself. Don't like it. Also, another thing, I like going back to dancing. Dancing is very important to me, but these girls here, if they know you're trying to dance, they reject you. Like my friend Carlos was dancing at a party once. And you know, black people, ethnic people, when we dance, we have fun. Like it's kind of like a boxing match. You know, you dance for a little bit, you go back in, it's like, oh, what can I improve on? Well, swing your hips to the left, to the right, a little bit. Try this, try that. It's like, all right, then you go another round. But white people is like different. Like my friend Carlos was dancing with a girl, and they dancing, have a good time, whatever. And her friend was by herself. So they're like, yo, go dance with her, she's lonely. I'm like, nah, I'm good. But anyway, he grabs me by my sweatshirt and he pulls me over to her. And she looks at me like, ew, ew, no, ew, disgusting. And I'm like, first of all, you don't have to say that to my face, all right? He just violated me. And third of all, like, I'm not an ill, you know? I know how I look. I'm a, not today, at best. Like, you don't have to violate me to my face. That's just the way people interact, though. Girls say they want a bad guy. You know, like a bad boy. I'm not that. I know how to, that's me. That's how I was raised. I'm just like good, nice, genuine dude. And I can never try to be that. Because when I try to be that, I fail. I do it too well. Like my friend he was in a bar and he was dancing with this girl. He was like, yo, baby girl, I don't know what you call that, but that's not dancing. You might want to switch that up. And she's like, oh my God, stop. And then, you know, they ended up hooking up and they went home together. So the next night, I figured I'd try that. See how it goes. So I saw this girl dancing. And, like, she was, like, doing a two-step, but her arms were, like, flailing like this. She looked like a maimed chicken that was about to get turned into Purdue. So I saw her, and I was like, okay, it's my perfect shot. So I walk up to her, like, hey, baby girl, I don't know what that is, but it's certainly not dancing. You may want to switch that up. She looks at me in her face. She goes, my grandfather taught me how to dance. He had Parkinson's, and this is what he looked like when he danced. I was like, oh. So then I looked in her eyes, I was like, well, maybe your grandfather should have taught you how to Harlem Shake because you would have killed that. And she smacked me. It's not me. I'm a good guy, you know? I try to be good. I try to give girls compliments, which is very hard because complimenting a girl is trying to, like, live in this country without racism is impossible. Like, you ever try to compliment a girl? It's like, oh, you look very nice today. Stop. No, you look very nice today. Like, I like your hat. Oh, my God. Stop it. No, you look very nice today. Stop it. I look like a cat hit me and scratched my face and left me in the desert and like urinated on me at the same time. It's like, ooh, how do you even know what that looks like? I don't know, man. I just try. I get lonely at times. At night. It's not all right. I'm obviously making jokes. Like, you don't have to feel sorry for me. Like, I'm up here doing this. I obviously know how to like cope with my depression. No, I'm playing. That's what this thing is, man. Depressed people. Which comedians are, a lot of comedians are depressed. You know, we picked this up to deal with it. That's why, honestly, when I heard all the comedians were sexually assaulting people in Hollywood, I was very, 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 very surprised. Like Louis C.K., sexually assaulting women. That obviously stunned me. It's wrong. But it's like, how you gonna let someone with no self-esteem assault you? You know, like that. It doesn't make sense to me. It just says something about the culture. Which it scares me too because a lot of people are getting caught up. It's like Russell Simmons, Kevin Spacey, Louis C.K. It's like the end of a Scooby-Doo episode. You find out everybody's in on it. And it's interesting to me because also being a black man, you have to really think about the target that you have on your back. Just like in this country, you'll have a target on your back as a black man. It could be good or bad, but it's a target nonetheless. Like I play Romeo here. I'm Romeo and Juliet at school. And I don't think anyone expected Romeo to be black. I'm just throwing that out there. Like my parents, they were at work like, oh, my son's gonna be Romeo. And they were like, Romeo, like Little Romeo from Nickelodeon or Shakespeare Romeo. And when I walked out on the stage, we had like a very intimate scene where I took my shirt off. And I was just trying to get my Denzel on, man. You know, I'm walking out there with my pimp. And I take my shirt off, and the crowd goes dead silent. And the only thing I hear is, oh, my God, Becky, his nipples are chocolate. I said, excuse me? So I go after the stage. It's like a whole bunch of, like, white people waiting for me. And they're looking at me, like, all astonished. And they come up to me. He's like, yo, wow, you guys, you really put a great show up there, especially you. Like, I came out here expecting to see Romeo and Juliet, and I saw Raisin in the Sun. It was fantastic. And it's a target. It's definitely a target. Just got to keep pushing through, though. Got to live your life. Went to a lot of funerals recently, which I hate going to funerals. Not because the obvious, but I just don't like how people talk to you at funerals. Because they don't want to deal with, like, the obvious thing of a dead person in the room, so they'll talk to you literally about anything, just to take their mind off of it. Like, I went to the bathroom at a funeral once, and the way the bathroom is set up, there's a urinal in the corner, but there's, like, a stall in the middle of it. So, like, you can choose to go to the stall, or you can choose to go to the urinal. I chose the urinal. I come in, the guy comes in behind me, he proceeds to have a conversation with me as I'm urinating. Like, I walk in like this. This is all I see. What's going on, man? You good? Yeah, man, I'm good. God. This is sad, right? This whole thing is like sad? Yeah, man, it's sad. What do you think that coffin's made out of? Like cherry? Like oak? What would you think it was made out of? It looks expensive. I don't know, man. I wouldn't guess. You ever like try to urinate then fart by accident? I had to leave. It got too weird for me. Especially being a comedian, it's weird for me because like people expect you to be a peppy, happy guy. Like I went to a family member's funeral and my cousin came up to me. He's like, "Wow, Jared, you're so different. Like this is the Jared that we don't see like on Instagram and like Facebook and like acting on shows. Like you have such a down energy." I'm like, "Lady, this is a funeral. What you want me to do? Say corny stand-up jokes in the monologue? Like Robert was such a nice guy. Like he loved to like play with kids, and he loved to build motorcycles." I just take the mic out of nowhere. Motorcycles. Let me tell you something about those guys. Those guys know how to weave better than a 12-year-old Cambodian boy making Levi's. I'll be here all week. He won't. Get it? Because be sure to tip your pallbearers, and I'll just walk out. That's not me. I'm sorry. It's not me. You got to know your worth. Know who you are. Like, I don't drink. And it's weird for me because the interactions that I have is heightened. Like one time, I went out, and this girl told me that if she didn't black out that night, her night would be unsuccessful. And I was like, okay, you should probably have like higher aspirations for yourself. Being that we're young. There's one story about browning out. This girl told me that she browned out, and I didn't know what that was. I was chilling with a bunch of girls, and they were like, "Oh my God, I browned last night. I was so ashamed." Blah blah. I just took a shower, still didn't feel like myself. And I didn't know what it was, so I approached her. I was like, "Yo, what happened?" She's like, "Oh, I browned out. Like, I forgot my night in bits and pieces." I was like, "Oh, I thought you defecated on yourself or something like that." My name's Jared Harvard. Thank you, guys.
Welcome to the season finale of Oneonta Entertainment, and guess what? We're live! So, without further ado, live from Oneonta, this is Oneonta Entertainment.
Come back to camera 2.
Welcome to a live taping of OE. I'm your host, Carrie Balness.
I'm Leslie Reitz. And I'm Danielle Kaufman.
Let's get to these top stories. Did Khloe Kardashian just confirm all the Tristan cheating rumors by naming her baby True? Well, maybe not, but it is true that Khloe gave birth to her baby girl this past week. Although barely a week old, she already has an Instagram that is growing by nearly 1,000 followers an hour. So far, the account has no post, and only Kris Jenner has followed it. Kris also posted the meaning of the name True in their family and how it holds a special meaning to them. Right now, the big question is whether or not Khloe will return back to California. The whole Kar-Jenner squad was spotted leaving Cleveland together, but Khloe and baby True were not seen leaving with them. I guess we'll have to wait and see what's in store for Khloe and Tristan's new family and wish them the best of luck.
4.5 months in the Hamptons sounds like a great vacation, but for Matt Lauer, it has been more like jail time. The former Today anchor toppled from his mighty perch at NBC News after 20 years in the wake of sexual misconduct allegations. Lauer made a statement that he was truly sorry for all of the damage that he had done, and then he retreated to the bed he made and proceeded to lie in it. Since then, Lauer has been kicked out of his family's house, and he has lived in isolation ever since. He is now slowly emerging from his seclusion, but we wish he would just never show his face again. The Billboard Music Awards are coming up, and we are stoked over who is hosting it, the one and the only pop sensation, Kelly Clarkson. Yes, it's true. Little Miss Independent will be hosting the 2018 BBMAs on May 20th with over 20 outfit changes. We can't wait to see what humor and entertainment she will bring to the show. To go along with this exciting news, the nomination list was also announced this week. Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Bruno Mars, Ed Sheeran, and Taylor Swift were all nominated for the top artist. Looks like this year's BBMAs will not be one to miss.
50 years ago, hip-hop was created in the South Bronx, and let's just say after 50 years, it is finally getting the recognition it deserves. Earlier this week, Kendrick Lamar was the first ever rapper to win a Pulitzer Prize for his new album. Kendrick was humble and honored when receiving this award, as his album is the first composition to receive the music prize since its creation in 1943. The jurors stated that the vote was unanimous for Lamar and called it the best piece of music. It has been a long march of classical compositions winning the prize, but it was worth the wait to see a different style of music get this honor. This made a lot of rappers do a double take and will change the art of hip-hop. Congratulations, Kendrick, and keep up the good work.
Have you heard the great news? You can now get Kanye West's philosophy book for free on Twitter. The Stronger rapper, who recently returned to social media platform, just announced that his latest tweets are actually his book that he is writing in real time. West first announced that he is writing a book called Break the Simulation during an interview last week. Our favorite tweet from his book so far is, quote, "Just stop lying about crap. Just stop lying," unquote. Thank you, Kanye, for blessing the world with your knowledge. I am not sure how I have survived this long without it. It's official. The Jersey Shore Guido, Ronnie, is a dad. Ronnie Ortiz Magro and his beautiful girlfriend this past week had a beautiful baby girl named Ariana Sky. She was born in Vegas, where the couple lives together. Surprisingly, her water broke while Ronnie was filming for the second season of Jersey Shore Family Vacation, and Ronnie got to the hospital just in time. We wish the best of luck as Ronnie and his girlfriend take on the exciting life of parenthood.
Well, those are all the top stories. We'll be right back.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to the show. Now, who am I? Celeb edition. So first up, who am I? That is. Is that Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber.
Maybe.
Actually, maybe.
No, this is creepy.
No, it's definitely Justin Bieber.
It's not Justin. You think that's Justin Bieber?
Yes.
I would know my husband.
No,
oh, true. She wouldn't.
I mean, if this is Justin Bieber, this is not a recent picture. Oh, maybe it's Justin Bieber.
But doesn't he have the whole blonde
He has
thing
like
going
a
on right now?
weird long hair now.
Austin? Yeah, and but this has to be from like a while ago.
So are we going with
Tom
old
coming
Justin
down
Bieber?
here to manage?
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like
it's definitely Justin Bieber. It's
I'm going with that.
You know,
it's
I
Justin
think,
Bieber.
I think it's Justin Bieber too.
Justin Bieber, I love you.
All right, let's reveal it. Oh,
Justin Bieber.
Yeah. All right, we're
he
good,
looks
we're
so handsome.
I knew it.
Love him.
There we go.
All right, the next one. Who am I?
Taylor
that's
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Oh my gosh, easy.
Right?
That's definitely
Does she
Taylor
still
Swift.
have like the whole short hair thing going on right
Yeah, I think she does.
This is like Taylor Swift, like 2000.
This is before her new like music situation.
Yeah,
okay.
But it is definitely Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
So
this is Taylor.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Taste
there we
Swift,
go.
our girl.
Right
Love
now,
her.
we're on a roll.
Yeah, we're doing well. We're
Yeah.
doing well. All right.
So,
who am I?
ooh.
Blonde.
Okay, blonde hair, short.
Short? How can you, oh, short hair. I thought you meant she was short.
No,
I was like, how do you see she was short from this?
I'm gonna guess Kesha.
Kesha.
But I
There's
don't know.
no way
I'm
it's
thinking
Kesha.
like maybe Christina Aguilera.
Okay, that's true.
My first guess was like Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence had blonde hair at one point.
I think she did.
Right?
Like during like the Hunger
She
Games
did.
or something.
Some era she had blonde hair. Wait, she has blonde hair in the new movie she just did, the Russian spy movie. I'm gonna go with
Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah, but I'm not actually sure if
I'm
right
definitely
on this
wrong
one.
with Kesha, but I'm just gonna go with Kesha.
All right, so
let's just reveal the answer.
What are you
and
saying
then-
though? I want us all to have different.
Like,
I want to
maybe
find
an
an
actress and a blonde
I'm
actress.
gonna,
I have an
I'm gonna
actress.
Stick
You
with,
singer.
I'm gonna
yeah,
stick
sure.
with Christina Aguilera.
Christina?
Let's
All right,
just,
let's
just
see. I
Okay.
like it. Great.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, that was really good, Leslie.
Just when her face popped up, I was like, I love her, and it must be her.
She looks really
She's really
nice.
on like fire right now.
She is
She
on.
just
I
keeps
love
going
her.
with all these like
the
movies
best woman
and
figure in mass media. I
And
swear.
they're good movies
They're
too.
great movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I haven't
really
gotten
good
to
I
see
feel
her
like she
new
came
one, but
out
I
of nowhere.
definitely
Where
want
like
to.
I feel like most people start in all these little like films and
Yeah,
then get their
you're
way
right, she
all
did
the
it.
way up. Where
She
she
just
just started out with
Bam.
a bang and just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah,
Like,
and no
she's
one
amazing.
forgot about her too.
Yes, she's not forgotten.
She's
She's
not
not
forgotten.
forgotten. No,
Love
she's
you,
amazing.
J-Lo.
Let's see. Who am I? Oh, that's
Kanye West. Wait, let's just take. You think it's not Kanye?
No, I was gonna say that's obviously
Let's
Kanye
take
West.
a minute. So he reactivated his Twitter, and he's been tweeting all these things that are like people are like, what is he saying? And then he's like, oh, by the way, I'm writing a book on Twitter. How do we feel about this?
But like I don't. So is the book actually on Twitter, or is
So,
he writing
yes,
like an
he's
actual book?
He's like,
too?
I'm writing my book real time on Twitter. So I'm assuming
So, like-
eventually they'll like publish it as like one
so is, like,
composition.
the
But
book
right
just
now,
gonna be like a bunch of tweets.
it's literally
or
him just giving like
his
philosopher advice. And it's
People will definitely buy it.
Yeah, people love it because people love him. Except for me, we all know
Exactly.
he scares me, and I don't like him.
Right. He scares me too.
But like we definitely think it's Kanye, right?
Yes, it's
this is
definitely Kanye.
Okay, so for sure.
Kanye
Hey.
I mean, it's a cool thing that he's doing though.
And
like
the award goes, yes.
So
I mean,
I
it's good
feel-
he's back on social media because he has such a following. So,
I feel like
and he's
it's
part
cool.
of the Kardashian clan, so he's gotta keep up with those tweets.
Yeah,
too.
I'm
he
sure
does.
Kim was not pleased.
Yeah,
when,
Kim was
like,
probably like, "We're getting a divorce if you don't get your Twitter back.
You need to have Twitter.
Divorce or Twitter, your choice, honey." All right, who am I?
Oh wow.
Red hair, suit.
Okay, who else?
Definitely the love of my life. Who
This
is
is Ed
Sheeran.
I love Ed
think?
Sheeran
I don't
so
know.
much.
Who else is a redhead?
This is definitely Ed.
I don't know, but
Oh wait,
like-
maybe it's those Harry Potter boys.
oh,
have red hair.
Wait, what's
it
his
could
name?
be,
The Weasleys.
The Weasleys.
I don't know their real names.
Me neither.
I just know
Ron.
they're twins in real life, which is very fun.
Yeah. If
Wait,
this
like you
is
know
Ron
them?
Weasley, I will.
No, I don't personally.
Oh, I
was like, wait, whoa, back up. No, I just know like in the movie they were twins and in real life they're twins.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
It's not like the Parent Trap situation where like one person was being both of them.
Right. They actually played two different characters.
I definitely don't think that that's the.
So I'm gonna, I'll go with that answer.
All right.
And you want to go with Ed Sheeran?
Twins. I know Ed Sheeran when I see it.
I love
Ed
Ed
Sheeran. Let's see.
All right.
You guys are right.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran has been doing so well.
And he got married.
Yeah.
And he got married secretly, which I like because he kept it on the DL.
Wait, did you get married?
Yes, he got married.
I did not know that.
Proof it was on the DL. Yeah, he got married, so he's married now.
I'm so happy for him.
I don't even know who his wife is, honestly.
Maybe he'll write an album about it.
I think this past album was kind of about her.
Like the song Perfect and stuff?
Of course, yes.
Wow.
I hope he sang it at her wedding.
Like they're trying to just
like Adele did it also.
Secret moments.
Amy Schumer just got married in secret too.
Wow.
I guess it's a phase.
I guess they're
maybe
just
we'll do it too.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe
getting married next week. Don't tell anyone.
BT dubs.
All right, the next one. Who am I?
Oh, I know who it is. What is his name?
Man, an actor, attractive. He's got a beard.
I'm just
in
gonna
that
guess
movie.
We know
Ryan Gosling.
We know. Yes.
Oh,
wait, I think I said.
Oh
it's
my
definitely
goodness,
Ryan
I cannot
Gosling.
think.
It's definitely Ryan Gosling. I could tell. My Notebook, Dream Man. My La La Land, Dream Man.
La La Land, Star Full of Skies.
Oh,
love it.
my
Sky
God.
Full of Stars.
Sky that's cool.
Not Sky Full of Stars. City of Stars.
City of. Oh, whoops. Listen, I only saw the movie once.
It's okay though. We
I only saw it once. I saw it with my mom. We didn't love it at first, but then it grew on us.
Yeah, because the movie's like a little bit confusing.
We didn't know what we were getting into. Like, we went to the theater, and after we looked at each other, we were like, what? What did we just watch? My mom was like, I didn't know they were singing. I was like, me either.
Yeah. So we think Ryan Gosling.
I think it's Ryan Gosling for sure.
All right.
Hey, we're so good at this.
We're on a roll.
I thought we would be awful
pause
at it.
on life. Look at that one hair going down his forehead.
Someone should have been like, oh, you like it?
I mean,
feel
I
like
guess
it should have
someone
stayed
who's
in with the
OCD, it might
flow.
like bother
No,
them,
it's like wannabe bangs.
I think it's like
I'm not a
cool,
fan.
slick, like cool.
We're gonna get you one. Someone give me some scissors. We'll make it right now.
I just hope he does another movie soon because
yes, he needs to.
Yes.
He's been on a little hiatus. He needs to come back to us.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let's see who's next. Oh, is that
Tyra
No,
Banks?
is it? No.
Oh, the Orange is Black. Orange is the New Black.
No,
is that it?
I'm
no.
saying this is Beyonce.
That's what I think. Beyonce. No, it's definitely Beyonce.
Okay, I'm not going with Beyonce because that wasn't even in my head that it was Beyonce.
Who did you say at first?
Tyra Banks.
Yeah, Tyra Banks.
I love her
Tyra
though.
Banks
America's Next Top Model.
I know,
and then
I
I was
love
like,
Tyra.
oh, just kidding. The Orange is the New Black person whose name I don't know.
Tyra Banks, though, she's
know
gone
her
with the
name.
win. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Listen,
she is America's Next Top Model, right?
She'll always be my fave. All right,
Yeah.
I'm going with Tyra.
I'm gonna say Beyonce.
It's
You're doing Queen Bee.
Beyonce. Queen Bee.
There we go.
At last,
yeah.
it is Beyonce.
Who run the world? Beyonce.
What did you think of her Coachella performance?
Oh my God, I loved it.
Did you?
It was good.
I
didn't
loved
see
it.
I'm a little
It was
behind.
so good. Like she sang all the oldies.
And she
all
had
the
a
new
reunion,
stuff
right?
with Destiny's
Yes.
Child.
Oh my gosh, that's
yeah.
great. Love
See,
their
that's
song
what,
Survivor.
like, they gotta do that because I feel like so many
Yes.
celebrities like forget where they started, and I love
It's
when
true.
they
You
do
gotta
those
bring it
reunions,
back
and
to
you're like,
your
yes,
home.
yes, that's what I
Those
needed.
great
Right.
moments,
And it's
yes.
like 2018. It's not like it's like 2000. Like it's so
You're
long
right.
ago.
It's an
It's
official
an actual
throwback now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right, who am I?
Oh, is that Kim Kardashian?
I was saying, my
I know
reaction
who
was
this is.
Cardi B.
Yeah, this is
but
Oh, you're probably right.
she does
Cardi
have the
B.
slicked back Kardashian hairstyle.
Right.
That's what threw
And
me
they
off
like
was the
they
slick.
dress.
cycle through that though. Like sometimes it's like sometimes it's braids,
Right.
sometimes it's who even knows.
But oh, Cardi, you might be
She does have
right.
the tight white dress
No,
though.
I think you
Cardi
might
and
be
a
right
Barbie
with
girl.
Cardi.
Cardi B is the
body.
girl.
Jenna, I love
to
her
be.
body.
I'm gonna stick with
Yeah,
Kim
this
K
is-
on
I'm gonna
this
say
one.
All right,
But what do you guys
it's
say?
Cardi. Definitely
Cardi.
Cardi.
Cardi?
Cardi.
Oh!
Oh my God! There's no way. Kim
Wait,
Kardashian.
I was, like, set on
Wait,
Cardi
you know
B.
what this proves? That Cardi B is more popular than Kim Kardashian. Because I was like, there's no way it's Kim Kardashian.
Because right at first in my mind, I was like, Cardi B.
Well,
Wow.
Kim, sorry.
Good job.
Cardi B coming at you.
Despite having Kardashian stories every single week on our show, we didn't know who it was.
Literally, we always talk
This is
about
our Kardashian
Kardashian.
show.
Wow.
Sorry, Kim. RB.
Right. The next one, who am I?
There's not even a face.
What?
This is
All
like
right.
a white
Okay, so someone's
lock.
wearing a two-piece.
Two-piece white dress.
Two-piece white dress. I'm thinking
in a
black
award
hair.
show?
I feel like
okay,
it's
black
J-Lo, but
hair.
it's definitely not J-Lo.
J-Lo. There's
Just as soon
literally,
as I see two
this
P's,
is like a
that's what I
headless
thought of.
horseman. There's no head.
Slender I feel like this is almost impossible.
Slendy. Okay.
That's the
You
first
think
person
black
I thought
hair?
of. I think black hair.
I think black hair just because
it's blending in with the background.
Yeah. Oh, that's great
But, like,
context.
I
clues.
literally don't
wow.
know. Like,
okay,
the
so
two
two-piece
piece.
white dress, black hair. We probably
don't
love
know
her. We
how-
love everyone here.
I know. So like,
Oh, Rihanna. Maybe.
you think Rihanna?
Maybe.
I don't know. Okay, that could be
Maybe.
it. I'm gonna stick with.
We haven't had a lot of music people in this, so maybe Rihanna.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I literally have
But
no
what's your
idea.
guess? Come on.
I don't know.
Throw one out there.
I'm gonna with say J-Lo. Demi Lovato. Okay, we
Oh,
all have
why
different-
not?
Oh, that's a good
solid.
one. That's a good
Yeah, that's a
answer.
very solid guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna guess Demi Lovato.
What are you going with?
I'm gonna stick with J-Lo.
J-Lo. Okay,
for
we
why
got
not,
J-Lo,
you know? Why not?
Demi.
All right.
Who would I say?
it?
Rihanna?
Oh, Rihanna! There
Hey!
you go.
There she
Wow.
is.
Is that new? Is that
Wow,
an
look
old
at her
picture?
hairdo. It's very like pageant-like on top of
Very
her
like
head.
toddlers and tiaras. Like
She's struggling.
I
I love that. I haven't.
goodness.
Does she have new music lately though? I feel like we haven't heard from
I
her in
haven't
a
heard from
while.
her Her last in single was Call Me on My Wild Cell Thoughts. Phone, like, she's gone. Like last year,
Oh,
Wild Thoughts with DJ
Thoughts.
Khaled.
I forget she's in that
Yeah,
one.
I think that was like her last big
True.
single.
True,
Yeah.
true, true.
Which
She
was like
needs
a
a
year
new
ago.
one
Because I love her and she's amazing.
I know, so
yeah.
she's gotta
Get
come back on it. Yes.
Mhm.
Love the two-piece though. So in.
Yeah,
So
very
fluid.
cute. Yeah. Let's see for the last one. Oh,
The
no.
first
person
What?
I thought of was
Singing,
like
you
Abby
know it's a
Lee.
singer. Is this an animal? Like, is it a human?
The first person I thought of was like Abby Lee
Abby
from
Lee
Dance
Miller?
Moms.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's
She's in jail. Did you know?
She got out, but now
Oh,
she has
got out of
cancer.
jail.
She has cancer now.
Oh wow, that's
yeah.
a good. That took
This
a
girl
dramatic
is like,
turn.
as
Jail
soon as
cancer.
she got out,
Shoot.
like she's in the That makes hospital, me really man. sad.
Oh,
Like,
Wow. R.I.P. to
This
Dance
poor
Moms, I
woman.
guess. How sad.
Dance
All right,
Moms
so
is done. Makes me really sad.
striped
But anyway.
jacket we got going
Okay.
on here.
Is that the jacket?
Singer.
I feel like that's I bleachers. see a microphone in
Singing.
hands.
Who?
She's like, oh, singing? Oh, wait. Yeah, she's no, wait, definitely-
I
I'm
think
old.
wait, maybe like Bruno Mars. He's
Bruno Mars.
fashionable.
Maybe Bruno Mars.
Maybe.
Oh, wait, I think
Maybe.
I'm gonna say The Weeknd.
Wait. Oh, The Weeknd. Maybe it's Kanye again, and they're trying
I
to
don't
mess
know.
with us.
I don't know. I don't know
I
either.
really don't see. I see a head this time at least. Like there's a head there.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go Demi just for the heck of it.
Demi. All right. I
I'm
think
gonna
I'm
throw
gonna
that
go.
answer out of there.
I'm gonna stick with. It's definitely not Bruno Mars. Who wears the jacket?
I don't
I want to say
know.
Macklemore, but it's not Macklemore.
I don't.
Macklemore
I don't
wears
know.
the jacket.
I feel like it's someone who belts because it looks like the
belter?
singer is like
Alright.
going.
Wait, actually, I think it's a female now.
No, that's what I think.
I think it is a female. Oh, we already had Beyonce.
I don't know.
Shoot.
I'm stuck on this
Iggy
one.
Azalea, maybe. No.
Why
I'm
not
like
be Cardi
blanking.
right now?
Oh wait, Cardi. It's probably Cardi.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Should I say Cardi too?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna say The Weeknd.
Okay, The Weeknd.
Just so,
Cardi.
you know. Demi.
Demi.
All right.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Harry Styles. What?
What in the world?
That just threw me for like a loop. Wait, I
gotta go take a lap because I did not see that coming.
What? Wait, I'm really upset that I
Why?
didn't guess that because I love
Yeah,
Harry Styles.
you were like the #1 One Direction fan at SUNY Oneonta.
Oh my God,
What is
I
happening?
Really am. I don't know. I really.
I'm embarrassed for you right now.
I know. I'm embarrassed too. I mean, he had that long hair. Like
We
that
should
kind of threw us
I
off.
feel like he doesn't normally wear patterns. Though.
This is
Am I
this
wrong?
is old. This is an
Oh,
old
this is
picture.
old Harry Styles.
This is so that's why I love
This
it.
is like when they were still One Direction.
Yes.
So they all had a
Yes.
big breakup
Yes,
massacre.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Well, sorry, Harry. We didn't know who you were.
I love you anyway, though. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for Who Am I? Stay with us after the break for more show.
For more show.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We have a big problem, and we need your help. It's happening on college campuses, at bars, at parties, even in high schools.
It's happening to our sisters and our daughters,
our wives and our friends.
It's called sexual assault, and it has to stop.
We have to stop it. So listen up.
If she doesn't consent, or if she can't consent, it's rape, it's assault.
It's a crime. It's wrong.
If I saw it happening and I was taught you have to do something about it.
If I saw it happening, I speak up.
If I saw it happening, I'd never blame her. I'd help her.
Because I don't want to be a part of the problem.
I want to be a part of the solution.
We need all of you to be part of the solution. This is about respect. It's about responsibility.
It's up to all of us to put an end to sexual assault. And that starts with you.
Because one is too many.
5 seconds.
One is too many.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We have a special guest, Rachel.
Hi, guys. Glad to be back.
Today we're going to be playing Fashion Face-Off.
So first up in the face-off, we have Kelsey Ballerini versus Vanessa Hudgens.
All right.
All righty now.
I'm gonna go Vanessa.
Wait, are they wearing the same thing?
Yeah, it's like who wore it better.
Like a who wore it better, yeah.
I'm gonna say, I feel like this has to do with hair down or hair slinging.
That's why I think hair down or up for this situation.
I think Vanessa did it better because I feel like it's
the
such
high
a high
neckline.
Like you can't have all that hair.
Yeah, I think definitely
have it, like,
high neckline equals hair up, and Kelsey Ballerini did not do this.
Also, I feel like sometimes like darker hair looks better against white. Like white.
I agree with that. I definitely agree.
The blondes against the white, like it just doesn't.
You
with
guys
the high
got
neck,
it down.
Yeah,
you
but
guys got it
overall,
down.
I really like this dress.
I think hair up
is
the key because if you have the hair down, it's taking away from the whole look.
Right.
Exactly.
So I think
definitely Vanessa Hudgens.
I love the look
Vanessa
though.
Hudgens.
I love the slit. So
same.
They both do look great in it.
Yeah,
definitely
they do.
But
So everyone's.
Vanessa.
Vanessa
Okay.
is our winner.
Sorry, Kelsey, but
sorry, Kelsey.
not today.
Dress yourself better. All right, next up we have Cardi B versus Amal Clooney.
All right, first of all, this dress just looks like a garbage bag that
What
you used
is
to put
going on
here.
I feel
like honestly, that
God.
bag literally looks like the black garbage bags you use when
And
you're
they
raking
just
your
like
leaves in the fall.
tied it around themselves in various
I feel
ways.
like Cardi B, like, not to like say anything bad about her, but she just
Speak your mind, girl.
She is not wearing this good. I think. I feel like she makes it look like
No?
garbage.
And she normally,
I don't know.
Oh my God, I think she slays
wears
in
it
everything,
better.
I feel.
No, you're right.
I
She
think
looks
it might
great
just be
in
the
everything
dress in
for
general.
sure.
I don't think I like the dress in
I feel
general.
like there's also shorts under it.
I like
I
how
feel like
she
there's a
has
lot
black
happening.
shoes though. I don't know if I'd go with the thigh highs,
Oh,
but I think
you're
the
right.
black shoes look
I
better.
don't like the white shoes with it. You're
Yeah.
right. But I do like the little jacket thing to try and like tone down the mess of the item on it.
Yeah,
agree.
I
I
think
do
you're right
agree.
about the shoes. Though.
Yeah.
But I think overall,
But also
it's an ugly
hairdo,
dress.
up or down.
I
Cardi
really
has
like
a lot
Amal
going on
here.
top of her head
I
right
think
now.
Amal did such a good job.
I
with
think
it down,
Amal-
and I just love those curl and
Yeah,
I think she
so
did a better job.
Amal
there.
wins for hair, but Cardi's shoes, not even Cardi's shoes are not even that great.
Cardi
They're
looks
not
like
even
she
like, I
has
don't know if
like
I would go
a
thigh
bee's
high with
nest,
this
a
outfit.
bee's nest on her
There are birds living in her hair, breaking.
Could you imagine just pulls the bobby pin out and little doves
covering it.
Oh my gosh.
That would be beautiful though, doves.
Could you imagine just
That's what she should have at her wedding.
I think Amal looks like chic.
She does.
Yeah,
Like
she
she,
does.
I
She
think
looks
she
good
pulls
there.
it off.
I mean, she
I don't know.
definitely-
It looks like two different looks, like
Yeah.
the way Cardi wears
Amal
it,
has
and
like
then
folders, so she's going to a business meeting. Cardi's
Yeah.
just like,
I'm out here slaying, trying to do something.
I do love Cardi's pose though. She's like sitting back. She's like,
she's
like, look at me, I'm fabulous. Chilling. But
She
Amal's
knows
just
she
like,
runs
hey,
the
watch me
world.
strut my stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm giving it to Amal.
she's like,
That's my
I
favorite.
gotta go.
Okay,
Amal
I
is my
agree. I
Amal.
agree.
Yeah, Amal.
Amal.
Okay.
Definitely.
Props to you, Amal.
Okay.
Good job, Amal.
All right, the next one, Felicity Jones versus Bella Hadid.
Ooh, I kind of like
Let's see
Bella
the. I
better.
need to look.
Bella like fills the
I
dress
think
out
Bella.
more.
Yeah.
She definitely
Okay,
has
And I
more
feel like
curve.
even
Felicity
they both
kinda-
have their hair up, but I
Yeah.
like the slick, like sleek,
rather
rather
than,
than
like,
just
the frills.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, Felicity looks extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
does look
she
kind
does.
She looks like she
She
doesn't
does.
want to be in the dress. She's
I
like,
feel like someone
don't
when they
know.
were taking it in was just like, let's go in a little more intense,
Yeah.
like don't move, don't move, don't move. Or
Yeah.
Bella's just like, I'm fabulous.
yeah, Bella looks confident and fabulous.
I don't love this dress, definitely. It's not as bad as the garbage bag we just saw, but
Yeah.
I think Bella definitely pulls it off.
Bella wins?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Bella.
Well, unfortunately, this is the end, and this season has personally been my favorite. But please come back and watch us in September.
Everyone have a great summer.
And remember, Wire TV, turn us on.
Hello, Carrie Balness here, and today we are here with a member of our film club and our laugh club. Welcome, guys. Who do we have here?
I'm Joey Tegarelli, I'm the president of Film Club.
And who do we got over here?
I'm Jared Harvin, I'm president of Laugh Club.
Ah, nice to meet you guys. I'm glad to have you both here.
Happy to be here.
Tell me a little bit about Film Club. I see you're representing on your shirt here.
I am. Well, we're a small club on campus that works together to make short films. So, from pre-production to post-production, we're together the entire way, just trying to leave our mark and do what we love to do.
Very cool, very cool. And what has the Laugh Club been up to? What are you guys doing nowadays?
We're same deal. We're a small club. We really focus on sketch writing, sketch comedy, improvisation, stand-up, making films, short films. What we're doing now is we host Terps, which is a dance show on campus. We host it. We really go to all the run-throughs. We watch the dances, see what we can get inspired by, and then we just start writing for the theme. So the theme this year is Terps Takes NYC. So all of our skits are going to be from focusing on New York City and the dealings and its antics.
Very
fun.
Cool. Would you say you like to do more of a stand-up kind of deal or more skit-based? What would you prefer to do comedy-wise?
I'll do anything really. It's what I love. Improv is a little shaky sometimes because you don't know what you're really gonna do to get yourself into. But I don't know. I feel like both really for me. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, is Film Club working on any projects right now? Doing any fun stuff?
Yeah. So we just finished up filming a project. It's like a coffee shop short scene film kind of thing. So stay tuned for that. You'll see it hopefully next semester when we finish editing it up. But it was really fun. We filmed in seasons, very local.
Very cool.
So it was a quick one-day shoot, and it was just a lot of fun to do.
Now, in Film Club, do you have people in front of the camera, behind the camera? Are there a bunch of different roles that get to be played?
Yeah, of course. So we start off by storyboarding, taking scripts. People in Film Club can act. Sometimes we outsource to Mask and Hammer, or our friends want to act in the films. It's fine, but it's where you learn to operate a camera or hold a boom pole, and it's a great experience because we're constantly learning from each other, and I feel like among classes and other things, this has helped me grow in this field so well.
Now, a question for both of you. Now, would you say that you take new members do you need experience to be in your clubs, or can you come with no experience into it, would you say?
I joined Film Club as a freshman. I was still a business major. I'm not anymore, but I had no experience, and that's fine. We have half of our club has no experience, but it's a great place to learn. So I actually encourage people with no experience to join, and it's not intimidating at all. We're not looking to do anything really serious. Of course, we want to have a good product when we make it, but the main goal is to actually learn and have a good time while doing it.
Very cool. Now, what about you?
No experience, just gotta have a passion and love for comedy. Like, I don't think anyone who started doing comedy like Eddie Murphy or Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle had any prior experience. They just had the passion for it. So, yeah, if you're a new member, if you love comedy, come on down.
Yeah, who's your favorite comedian? Do you have one?
My favorite comedian has to be Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
He's a good one. He's funny. I like him. And then, do you have like a favorite director or favorite movie even?
Oh, my favorite movie is Big with Tom
Big?
Hanks.
That's a good one. I like that
That's
movie.
a classic.
I do like Kevin Smith as a director. I think he's really funny. He's really different. He isn't too serious. That's what I like about him a lot. So yeah, I guess Kevin Smith.
Yeah, very cool. How long have you guys been in your clubs? Or do you know how long they've been going on? Like, what's the involvement like?
I've been in my club for 2 years, but my freshman year we got recognized by SA, but the club's been like underground for about like 5 years. Prior to that, we're about like 2 people. So. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Film Club is relatively new.
Yeah.
I started as a freshman. I think it was 2011, 2012 maybe it started. I started as a freshman, and I just have been in it since I'm a junior now. So.
Yeah. And you said you're president, right?
Yes, I am.
How's that going?
It's good. It's fun. It's just like being in charge of a small group of people and like just trying to organize this is really fun. It's challenging, but it's definitely a fun experience.
Yeah. Are you on any e-board positions right now?
Yeah, I'm the president too.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And how is your presidency going?
It's very fun. Like I love leading a group of people that share the same passion as me. I'm just networking with other clubs right now. That's what we really do. Like we host a lot. Just getting people together to talk about what they love and be funny. So yeah.
That's cool. That's fun. So with networking with other clubs, I know you work with Terps. What are some other clubs? You're here with The Wire today, which thank you for being here.
Of course, thank you.
So would you say Terps is probably your biggest event of the year that you do, or does Laugh Club do like another event on their own that's really large?
We usually have like open mics every other week. We like release videos every other week too. But we're really wherever you need us. Like it could be like an event recently sponsored with sexual harassment. We performed at that just to give like a lightheartedness to the whole event. We also collaborate with Songwriters Club. We had an event for the pop culture where we just had people from Poetry Slam, Songwriters Club, and us just going up on stage and showing them like this is performing arts of our generation. You gotta embrace your artistic side. So yeah, we really collaborate with anyone.
Yeah, very cool. So have you guys really networking? You're here with The Wire also, so thank you again. I appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, so it's a media club. Like, do you ever try and work with other ones?
Yeah, so we're essentially focused on making our own short films and stuff and just learning about that. But we have, last semester we made a video advertising for the business clubs. Worked with them closely. We've done some filming of events like the philanthropy scholarship dinner or whatever, and that was really cool. We got to go and like hang out and get some food, of course. And we have a film festival at the end of the year, so we just try to like if anybody reaches out to us, yeah, we're happy to help, and it's really fun.
Yeah, I want to ask you. So do you guys host your own film festival, or do you go to like and submit your tapes in other festivals?
No, nothing big yet, but we do host our own on campus at the end of the year. I don't have a date set exactly or location for this one yet, but yeah, end of the year we encourage everybody to submit their own films.
All right, very cool. I just want to say thank you guys for coming today. It was a pleasure having you both here, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
We made it. It's live night. Wait, so we can't edit this? Oh, no. Welcome back. It's live night. We got an all-star cast tonight. We got Vinny, Brian, and Ben. None of you better mess up.
I might.
Got it?
I'll try.
Where are we going? I almost messed up. So today we're going to do our summer movie preview. First up is the Avengers Infinity War. What do you guys think about Infinity War? I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
You're excited?
There's so many nerds.
When's it coming out?
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
I just said
Actually, no, this Friday.
You said summer.
This
That's
Friday?
generic.
This Friday, yeah.
It's vague.
That is not summer. But anyways.
It's coming out this Friday?
Yeah.
We're already messing up. This is bad.
I mean, I guess that's summer season's always very loose term. I mean, as soon as it's May or April, they count it as summer.
It was already snowing a couple days ago, so
Yeah.
like
It's time for the blockbuster.
All right, Ben. What do you want to like?
Oh yeah.
How about the movie, man?
Yes. I'm very excited for the movie. I got my tickets as soon as I could.
Reserved tickets?
Wow.
You pre-ordered tickets?
Yeah, pre-ordered tickets. I'm not about to go there and have it be sold out. So I came out. I'm back home. I'm excited for all the cast, all the characters. Some of the characters we haven't seen yet. Some returning.
What
ones.
happens in this movie that it disappoints you? Like, how could it? Think it can?
I think there could be some points, but overall, I'm just gonna be very impressed at this. Just the idea that we were able to come this far from Iron Man to here, you know.
10 years.
Iron Man was the only good one. Brian, go.
Of all movies, I'll see this. I'll probably enjoy it. You know, it's kind of starting out the summer with the biggest summer movie out there, so it's gonna be such a big event that I'll probably just be into it. I'll see it. I'm not gonna see it opening weekend, but I'll see it I'll see it in July.
I'll see it on a Chinese disc. What about you, Vinny?
I probably won't see this. I haven't seen a Marvel film since Captain America, I think.
The first one?
The first
The
Captain
first Avenger.
America. So.
Like when it was in theaters?
Wait,
in theaters.
Not even Iron Man?
I've seen Iron Man.
before
That was
that.
before that.
Yeah, I'm asking you if you saw Iron Man.
Oh, I saw Iron Man.
Iron
Yeah.
Man was
You think
good.
that was good?
It's all right.
How do you think? Do you think this is going to be a good movie, or do you think it's going to be bad?
I think it's going to be a good movie, just not for me.
I think it's gonna be a good event.
Yeah,
I don't
it's a
know
good
about
event.
a movie. This
I
like,
think it's a good movie.
yeah, like I was like just a movie by itself.
They don't
It's
have
called-
to. They don't have to make it a good movie. People are going to go.
I know.
regardless.
Yeah,
It's just, I
What
mean,
is the point?
It's just hype culture that is kind of
I
like.
just feel like I know what to expect.
Yeah, they've already broken like a couple of records with ticket sales already.
I feel like I'm just gonna get a headache from it. Look how many people.
Yeah, there's too many characters.
Like,
Don't
you
look
got-
back there. Don't look back
You got,
there.
you got the. you
There's
got
way
Bugley.
too many characters in this movie.
Are they all showing up? Like everyone
All
showing
right,
up?
so who do you guys think is going to die? Someone's got to die in this
Captain
movie.
America.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Captain
putting my money
I
on.
think Thor.
Thor,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, because
You know, I might
He's a
take you up on
god.
Thor,
Yeah.
actually. All right. I guess we can't talk about this anymore, but jumping ahead, a few weeks in, we got Deadpool 2. Oh, he is a tool. Deadpool 2. I think it's going to be a good movie.
You think it's gonna be good?
No, I don't think it's going to
The
be good.
trailer looked kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I haven't
I'll watch-
I haven't liked any of this promotional stuff.
Really?
Like all this fourth wall. I didn't like the Bob Ross thing. I get it.
The Bob Ross thing was pretty funny.
It's too on the nose for me. I don't
Too
know.
on the
Wait, so
nose.
did you like the first one then?
I liked the first one.
In the trailer, they make a DC Comics joke.
Yeah, I like
did
Like
that.
he's like straight up says,
They
"What are
did
you,
that-
a DC character?"
They did that last time. That made me groan.
Oh.
I'm done with Deadpool.
I didn't
Deadpool's
know they
dead.
did that in the first one.
They did. It was
Well,
like they made a Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern joke in the first one.
Oh yeah. Don't make the suit
Yeah.
CGI.
Don't make it
man.
green. But so
The best was the billboard when it was like February 14th. Take your girlfriend to
yeah.
the movies.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
it come out?
that was a good one.
So you've liked all this promotional stuff?
I've liked it. It's very Deadpool-y. Like, and
guess.
also Ryan Reynolds just fits it so well.
I'm kind of looking forward to seeing Cable.
Oh,
I
yeah,
always
that's
thought
true.
that
Yeah.
Josh Brolin as Cable, that's like a perfect choice.
That'd be
He's
cool.
in both.
Yeah,
He's getting on this Marvel check. He's getting a new house for Marvel.
Yeah.
Thanos and
Probably in
Cable.
2 houses. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's Thanos too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's going to
pushing it.
make so much money.
Yeah. It's my Cable house. This is my Thanos house. So.
This is my Marvel house. This is my Fox house.
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, I think I could still. I don't think I like the promotional stuff for the first one too.
Really?
But I ended up enjoying
That
it.
was,
So.
like, as I said, that was new though. That was like, you know,
Yeah.
you were seeing that Deadpool for the first time, so like, this is funny.
Yeah, I just might be
But
done with
it's
Deadpool.
like doing it round
I
2,
don't
and
know.
it's like,
all right, we get it.
It's just a continuation of it. It's just like a continuation of the whole movie. I don't know.
And also, I feel weird because T.J. Miller's in there.
Oh, yeah. T.J. Miller's
like,
getting into business.
Yeah, I don't know about T.J. Miller anymore.
What's about T.J. Miller?
He made a bomb.
He might have bombed her at an airport.
At
an airport on a flight.
He also
it was
left
on a
Silicon
train.
Valley.
It was on a train. Oh,
yeah.
He also left
plane to
Silicon
the ground.
Valley.
He got written out of Silicon Valley.
He cursed out Mike Judge and said, "Don't call. I'm not an actor. I'm a comedian." And he left.
Well, he got written out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, next up we got Solo, a Star Wars story. Another movie that I think is gonna stink.
Why do you think it's gonna stink?
Because it's gonna stink.
Very good reason.
It's so
solid.
bad. It's another movie. It's another movie where they don't have to try. People are gonna see it regardless. So it's not
Yeah,
even
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they have to.
They're gonna try.
No, I mean like the writing is pretty much all there.
Yeah.
So
is it?
I don't think. Yeah.
I feel like it.
I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not excited for it. You know?
Yeah.
Like we don't need this.
Yeah, I guess no one asked for it.
I'll probably see this one in theaters.
I think
just
they
because
said
I've seen all the other ones.
Yeah, I'll definitely end up seeing it too. But it's unnecessary. They're gonna explain how Han Solo got his name, which is a question I've never had in my life.
Wait, that's not his name?
Yeah,
I always thought it was just his name.
Yeah,
that's not his name.
Wait, that's wow.
You're gonna fact check? Is that not really not his name?
Apparently not. So it's probably gonna be like, my name's Ben Smith.
Now
you're Han Solo.
I'm Albert.
Yeah.
Call me Solo.
Yeah, my name's Al. I thought it was like, oh, just his parents. Well, I'm kind of excited because this movie.
Why is it always about parents? Why is it never just a mom and a dad just there? No one ever talks about that.
Wait,
no one
isn't
has
that just
parents.
what parents are?
No, but like, why can't they? Why is it always like, I don't know my parents? Like,
because it's mysterious and a lot of people can connect to that.
Yeah, people like mysteries. So
yeah, but it's the same thing over and over again.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, the parents are different.
Yes, it is. You like Marvel, so you like the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a different title.
It's just it's a plot device that works.
Yeah.
That's the MacGuffin?
Yeah. His parents.
Is that the MacGuffin?
Parents are the greatest.
His parents have been there the entire time.
Yeah. His parents.
Just hiding?
Yeah.
Turns out the true parents are the friends we made along the way. But honestly, I'm kind of excited because of how much a disaster this one might be.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Because
I'm saying that, yes.
They said, I don't know who's Mr. Solo here.
I don't know.
He doesn't even look like Mr.
Bucky
Smith.
Barnes should have been the Solo guy.
Right.
The guy who played Bucky.
He apparently can't act. He was taking acting lessons during the shooting of the film, so that's pretty exciting.
Yikes. He can't act?
Yeah, they had an acting
Shocking.
teacher come to him, and they had Ron Howard come in when the movie was 90% done to do reshoots.
Oh my god.
So it's gonna.
I like Ron Howard.
I like Ron Howard too. But
I don't know if he's gonna say
excuse me, I'm moving on. Next weekend we got Ocean's 8 and what is that?
Hereditary.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of
Hereditary.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Ocean's 8 first, and then we'll talk about how bad Hereditary is going to be. Go Ocean's 8.
I'm not looking forward to Ocean's 8.
Me either.
Same.
Why?
I want to watch it.
We don't need it.
No
we don't need it.
No one cares.
We had a couple of sequels to Ocean's 11 that we didn't really need.
What were the sequels?
12 and 13.
12 and 13. Going backwards.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
5.
Backpedaling.
Yeah.
This just feels like 5 years too late.
Yeah.
Like, this franchise isn't really popular anymore. Bernie Mac's dead.
Bernie Mac is gone, so it's like I have no interest.
That's right, Bernie Mac's dead.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Vern.
2008.
True.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Wow.
10 years ago almost.
And what, like recent too? Like 2 weeks ago.
All right, but
like 10 years ago, 2 weeks ago.
It was like November.
really?
He died.
No way.
Him and Isaac Hayes, they were both in the same movie. They died within like a week of each other.
Really?
Isaac
Same
Hayes
last
is dead?
movie.
Yeah, he's been dead for a while.
All right, wait, we're getting on topic.
All right. No one's interested in Ocean
No, we were
8.
so not interested in this movie, we just didn't want to talk about it.
I think Hereditary looks awesome.
Hereditary looks really
I
interesting.
don't know what it is. I couldn't read the words, so I think it's bad.
It's an A24 film. It's a horror film, and it's like a psycho thriller type
about
horror thing.
Someone's grandma dies. It's kind of the trailer was very
confusing.
vague. Yeah, but I love A24 stuff.
Yeah.
And this is from the producer of The Witch, which is probably one of my favorite horror movies in a long time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Who's the actress? Like the mother actress? I can't think of her name.
I don't remember. I didn't recognize her.
She's in like a lot of comedy stuff, I think. But like, I think she was in like Knocked Up. I think.
Wait, is that the one that got knocked up?
The lady?
The main character.
Seth Rogen's
Seth Rogen's
baby mama?
Baby mama.
I don't know
Seth
her
Rogen's
name.
the mom?
Yeah. Anyways, she's like I don't know, she makes dollhouses or something, little miniature dollhouses, and then the characters are in the dollhouse, but at the same time it's not.
All right, well, next weekend we got Incredibles 2 and Tag. All right, Incredibles 2 is going to be incredible. Tag is just plain dumb. What a dumb premise for a movie.
I like this era of childhood games.
Right?
That we got Truth or Dare, we got Tag. I can't wait for Hopscotch.
That's gonna be so
good.
Tic-tac-toe coming out.
The action thriller. Hopscotch.
It really is. It says like Tag. What's the movie about? These guys that are 40 years old still play Tag.
I'm kind of excited for it. I like
Why? Because they're the Marvel guys in that. And he had to do Marvel.
We got
I just like the cast.
Hawkeye left Avengers for
Tag. Tag 2.
Sorry guys.
Return of the Tag. Tag 3. You didn't tag me.
Tag Wars.
Nah, you messed up.
Tag
Sorry.
4, no
All right,
taxis.
Talk about Tag.
This seems just generic kind of dude comedy. This feels like Grown Ups.
It's like The Hangover for kids. Like,
because Grown Ups is the whole thing is that we're friends, but we're old and we still stay in touch. But this time it's Tag. I mean, you looking forward to it?
A little bit. Like it's not like it's not high on the list, but like I'll see it.
All right, where's Infinity War to Tag?
Infinity War is like up here. Tag is probably like here.
Tag's that close?
Then
you're ridiculous.
Well, just in terms of summer movies.
What's below Tag? What's below Tag?
Oh, Ocean's 8.
Found it. Vinny, how about you? How do you feel about Tag?
I think it's kind of dumb. I mean, it's backed by a cast, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Just
Who's in it again?
Ed Helms.
Oh yeah, I don't like Ed Helms.
Hannibal Buress.
Hannibal Buress looks good in it.
Guy every single time.
That's about. I mean, there's like 2 other people that are.
There's a
pretty
guy
big.
from one of those comedy shows no one watched, but it had 6 seasons.
What?
The Office?
No, not The Office. It was something like it was set in Jacksonville or something. I don't know. He's not that big a
name.
name.
We get fact check.
I don't know.
I don't know who it is.
And then there's also Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner's got comedy chops.
But like,
he's fun.
I'm gonna go almost kind of guess that he's not in the movie that much.
No,
he's
the main guy.
He's the person you're right, that has a tag.
But he's
the one who's never been tagged.
It's gonna be a lot of just running shots. POVs him running. So, all right, let's talk about the Incredibles. I don't want to talk about Tag.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Incredibles 2, Vinny?
I'm excited.
I'm interested. I think I might go see it just because it's.
You might.
That was one of the few movies that I've seen in theaters that like as a kid. So
I never saw it in theaters. I saw it when every single time there was like my teacher was out. This is the Willy Wonka movie.
Wow.
Oh, this was a substitute movie.
Yeah, it really was.
Substitute.
Well, Ben, how do you? I'm not Ben. Brian. How do you feel?
I mean, I don't know. I have to have an excuse to go see this. Like, I'm not just gonna go.
I'll give you my nephew.
Yeah, I'll hang out with your nephew. Is he cool?
Here you go.
Give me his number. I'll hang out with your nephew. But I mean, I'll see it when it comes out eventually on something, and I'll probably just enjoy it. I enjoy the first one, as everyone does. Yeah. But so, I'll see it. I'll enjoy it. It feels. I've been waiting. They've been talking about it forever.
Forever.
For like 10 years. Ever. So it's nice that it's finally coming out.
All right, we'll be right back after this break.
We have a big problem, and we need your help.
It's happening on college campuses, at bars, at parties, even in high schools.
Called sexual assault, and it has to stop.
We have to stop it. So listen up.
If she doesn't consent, or if she can't consent, it's rape, it's assault.
It's a crime. It's wrong.
If I saw it happening, I was taught you have to do something about it.
If I saw it happening, I speak up.
If I saw it happening, I'd never blame her. I'd help her.
Because I don't want to be a part of the problem.
I want to be a part of the solution.
We need all of you to be part of the solution. This is about respect. It's about responsibility.
It's up to all of us to put an end to sexual assault. And that starts with you.
Because one is too many.
Welcome back. Jumping right into the next weekend, we got Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Oh, man. Slow day. Slow day.
He shouldn't survive the trailer.
What, because of the volcanic ash?
Yeah, the pyrolastic flow or whatever.
You're asking
you would die.
You're asking for the scientific realism
yeah,
of
the movie would end before it even started.
Wait, what happened? I didn't watch any of this.
There's a volcano eruption.
No.
And then
they give away like the entire movie.
He's running away.
Run away from what?
A volcano. And
dinosaurs.
The ash and the smoke would kill him. So end of movie.
Would it really kill you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People die from ash all the time. You ever hear of Pompeii, dude?
Is that what happened? I know that song.
That's exactly
remember that song, Pompeii?
I remember.
All right, let's go back
shout out to
Jurassic World. Yeah, that was a good year.
I'll go see it.
I'll see it because I have a lot of friends that are fans. But I didn't like the first one that much.
No, I did not enjoy
I'll see it like when it comes out on like Redbox or something.
Wow, no, you're gonna see it because Chris Pratt's in it and he's in Marvel.
Well, I don't care about that.
You were just gonna say you're gonna watch
Tag.
because of Jeremy Renner.
I didn't say it's not just
World?
because of Jeremy Renner, it's because of the whole cast or whatnot. But no, I don't. The trailer just seems to give away everything, like the volcano eruption.
They give the T-Rex reveal, which every Jurassic Park has away. I was just like, I guess I don't really have to see that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't see what else could happen. Like,
I mean, this one has Jeff Goldblum in it, but I'm not excited for that.
He's not going to be in there for very much. I doubt it.
You think he's just doing that?
I think he has to die.
Yeah, he's gonna
die.
He's not gonna die. No, he's
in the
gonna
courtroom scene.
Yeah, he's just gonna be like a counselor to them, and then like disappear for the rest of the film.
What is this movie about? What is it about?
It's kind of they have to go back to the island
to save some.
To save the dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're saving a dinosaur because it's like they still want to have that.
Still want to have dinosaurs. They're like, this was a good idea.
It's basically Jurassic Park 3.
We haven't learned from the past
Jurassic
4
Park
times.
2. 2 they go back to the island where it's closed, which is kind of interesting that they're just repeating themselves with the
same themes.
They didn't even save it for 3. They're repeating themselves again. I'm like, all right.
All right, you know what? This is a movie that I'm actually gonna see. Moving on to the last weekend in June, we got Sicario, Day of the
Soldado.
Good job, everybody. This movie is gonna be cool.
You think it's cool?
Yeah, look at it. It's cool.
I don't know. The first one was really good, and I saw the trailer for this one, and it looks way more action-packed, and I'm not into it.
Oh no!
Because this was the first one's a slow thriller.
It's very slow.
About the faults of the United States drug war.
And it was
I don't know.
It was surreal. It had a lot of really cool movements to it. And
now
like,
just Antonio Banderas just he's just shooting everyone.
He's becoming too much of like a cool bad guy, like cool guy.
What?
You know?
It's not Antonio Banderas.
There's a commercial where they mix up Benicio del Toro and Antonio Banderas. That's what I was referencing. I'm a big Heineken fan, so.
You can't say that on the line. We're live. Can't we edit that out?
Whatever.
Keep on talking about the movie, guys.
This is like a sequel. This is like a sequel to The Hurt Locker. It's like, why? This is a weird thing to put a sequel to.
That.
It's like The Hurt Locker 2.
Yeah. Money.
Exactly.
Money.
But the cinematography in Sicario 1 was really good.
Is it the same guy?
That I don't know.
It better be.
But there was a lot of cool shots in that one.
The best one was one that it was dark and you could see them walking in the darkness.
It's like the whole movie. That's like there's 3. That happens like 5 times.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen the movie in a while.
All right, that's fair.
Is that the whole movie?
Yeah, they're always having night vision stuff, raiding like a drug.
It's when they go into the cave.
Yeah.
Benicio del Toro's like always going rogue, and there's like, I can do whatever I want. They're like, just let him do what he wants. And she's like mad about it, and it's like, oh.
Is Emily Blunt and Brolin coming back for it?
Oh, look,
it
says Josh
Emily Blunt is
up
not.
there.
Yeah.
So
I
probably.
Can't see it. All right.
They got rid of like the original cast.
All right,
it is.
Moving on to July, we got the first Purge and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about Ant-Man first because Ben is gonna.
Ben.
Are you excited for Ant-Man?
Yeah, Ben.
I really liked it. I really liked the first Ant-Man. I'm sorry.
You didn't like it?
No, I said I really liked the first Ant-Man, so I'm gonna see this one. I met Evangeline Lilly, so like I'm very excited. She's Wasp.
Oh.
Yes.
Is that Paul Rudd still as Ant-Man?
Yeah, he's still Ant-Man.
Oh man.
Well, he's good.
Paul Rudd's good, but like I don't know.
He was good as Ant-Man.
Yeah, he was great.
I didn't see Ant-Man, so.
Really? That's true.
Mostly because it was Paul Rudd. I saw Paul Rudd. I was like.
Really?
You can't see him being a superhero. Oh. Like they're doing it again.
They're doing it
this time. You better believe it.
Yeah,
but the Ant-Man. Who cares? It's Ant-Man. I don't know. I'm surprised he's getting the sequel.
Is he strong or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
Like
he's a superhero. No,
I thought his superpower is he just gets really small, the size of an ant, and
with
then
the power of an
ant.
Yeah. That's all. I don't know. Yeah.
I guess he like compacts down and he can punch really hard.
Yeah.
And also like he can grow now too.
Oh.
Because in Civil War, they
reversed it.
Yeah.
But you're a horror movie guy. Are you a Purge guy?
I'm not.
Wait, we're not talking about Purge yet.
The first Purge. It's the same segment.
All right. Fine. Purge it up.
I'm kind of excited. The first one, I was like, okay, this is cool. I didn't like the second one, but the third one I really liked.
I like the second one.
I
enjoyed the second one.
I like the second one's all right.
Which one's the second one with the guy that he sacrificed himself?
No.
That's and the third one's the.
Third one's the election one.
Oh yes, the second one is the better one.
Yeah, he's like trying to avenge his son, and then he's like.
I actually had interest in art direction.
Yeah.
My problem with The Purge is the premise. Like it's a fun movie idea, but you can't think about it because once you think about it, you go, "This never would happen." And this whole movie is trying to explain how a country gets to the purge state.
And then even in the trailer, they're like, oh, we made a big mistake.
Yeah,
and then
like,
they're
really?
like, no, we're fine. We're gonna keep going with it now.
What you talking about?
And it's just like, I don't know.
Let's keep going.
Yeah,
Better question: would you partake in the purge?
No.
I mean, you have to partake in it.
Yeah, I'm saying, would you hide or would you kill somebody?
I'm gonna hide.
I'd
I'd probably like steal some Skittles or something.
Just mild shoplifting.
Yeah, Christmas must be so like
who
cool.
cares?
You know that drone you wanted that was like 40 bucks at
Daddy
Rite
killed
Aid?
for it. Here you go.
The purge sale. Here you go.
I wonder if I always think about what I survived. Probably not. I'd
No.
probably laugh too much. It's too funny.
You just be hiding in a closet
Yeah.
laughing.
just
There's
go-
like someone sneaking around with a gun. You're like,
Why doesn't everyone just go to Montana or
Why?
something? Because there's no
Why?
people there. I'm not gonna stay in the city where
Yeah,
everyone
let's
is.
go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
That's true. Yeah.
Hey, we're going camping this
No,
year
dude,
again.
yeah, everyone just goes on vacation. It's like,
All
yeah.
right. We'll be right back after this quick break.
I will get up and walk the dog at 6:30 a.m. I will eat some fruit as part of my breakfast. I will shave. I will clean the sink after I shave. I will be at work by 8 a.m. I will sit through 2-hour meetings. I will say yes when you want me to say yes. I will be quiet when you don't want to hear me say no. I will take your call. I will listen to your opinion of my friends. I will listen to your friends' opinions of my friends. I will be civil to your mother. I will put the seat down. I will separate the recycling. I will carry your lip balm. I will watch your vampire TV shows with you. I will take my socks off before getting into bed. I will put my underwear in the basket. And because I do this, I will drive the car I want to drive. Charger, man's last stand.
I love that commercial. Well, welcome back. Moving on to next week, we got Skyscraper and Hotel Transylvania 3. Summer
Why is that-
vacation.
why is that on the
This is
list?
so bad.
I mean,
Adam Sandler, baby.
it's not even a debate. We're all looking forward to Hotel Transylvania 3. So
Obviously.
what's there to ask about?
You remember when I said Avengers Infinity War? Hotel Transylvania.
I ain't even seen the first two, and I want to see it really bad. So
Yeah, I
Do
know.
you actually? Are you not pulling my leg?
This is
Pulling
very.
your leg.
This is
Yeah,
very.
that was what I
serious.
said.
He's pulling my leg, but you guys.
I was
no.
100% for you.
Wait, you like Hotel Transylvania?
No, I was
No,
pulling you.
no one, no,
Okay.
No one.
We're- I haven't been 7 in 14 years, so I'm not looking forward to it at all.
I see you in college.
How old are you? How old are you?
21? 14 plus 7, 21?
Oh,
It's
that's
not the
right.
math show.
Okay, sorry.
Close enough.
to the math show.
Yeah. But
Let's talk about Hotel Transylvania 3. Adam Sandler. Isn't Miranda Cosgrove in this?
everyone,
oh, no, Selena
everyone-
Gomez.
I think
yeah, someone's in
Yeah.
it.
I
Just some
have
pop
no
star
idea.
in it.
So,
Get fact check here. Selena
So-
Gomez? Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez. Thank you,
Rob
studio.
Schneider in there.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Probably.
it's an
Yeah.
Adam
Probably in
Sandler
there
movie.
somewhere.
Yeah, all
course
his,
he
I
is.
know like Spades in it. Kevin James is probably there.
He
Yeah.
is.
All my friends. Just come
All
on.
my friends are gonna be there.
Let's go voice
Let's go
act.
see it.
I mean, so it's already a certified hit. So it's but Skyscraper is the more interesting.
Yeah, it's about
question.
Skyscraper.
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson
He's got no
made
legs
like
this
30
time.
movies in the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks.
He is. He's in every movie. Him and Josh
What do you
Brolin.
think this is even about? You think it's probably gonna be like some woman is stranded in there and he has to go on top of a skyscraper and jump into a window and save
It's
her?
just Die Hard.
It's Die Hard.
It's Die Hard?
It's just Die Hard
Basically,
with The
he's
Rock.
he's like a security guard that gets hired, and then is like, there's a lot of breach problems here, but I can defend it, and then it gets attacked by terrorists.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that sounds like.
He also has
Yeah.
no legs.
This is
And
what-
he's missing one leg.
Oh, he has
missing a leg?
he has the like blade amputee thing going
What
on.
is with? There is no ideas anymore. Literally no idea. Wow.
It looks like dumb fun.
But
Yeah.
too bad, Manny. We can't talk about it next week. We got Mission Impossible Fallout. All right, here's a movie I'll see.
I will go see
Here's-
this.
I will see this one. Will you guys see this one?
I've seen
Yeah,
it. Yeah, I'll see
I
it.
would see it.
I'll see it. I'll see it. I'll see it. I'll see it.
I
Tom
just-
Cruise, best actor in the world.
I just hope Henry Cavill's mustache plays like an important part in this movie in order for it to ruin Justice League.
They'll make a reference to it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The infamous
Does
mustache.
anybody know what's it about?
No.
Besides the Fallout?
This time, the organization he works for is bad again.
It's
So
bad
he's on the
again.
hunt again for.
They're after him again.
Yeah.
Again.
Again.
Yeah.
Did you hear
It's
the
like,
again?
it's like the
Die Hard.
007 film.
Yeah.
James Bond, whatever one. He's like the place explodes and he has to go on the run because
There's only 2 spy movies. You're a spy, and then the spy organization is bad. That's the only.
What about
plot.
Austin Powers?
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers is
All right,
not-
yeah.
That's
R.I.P. Vern.
Yeah, Vern.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Troyer.
R.I.P.
Vern
in
Troyer,
peace.
rest in peace.
I'm so sad.
Yeah,
That's a
that
movie
was
got
out
me
of
into
nowhere.
comedy.
That was.
That movie made me who I am. So you can either be that was a great movie or good.
Strong style statement there.
I love it. I love Austin Powers. All right, let's keep on talking about Fallout.
Yeah, sure.
I never always I see them, I like them.
Who?
I don't think about them. Mission Impossible
Yeah, I never
movies.
think about
it.
It's always a pleasant time.
I like the song.
Yeah.
Mission
I like-
Impossible.
Yeah. I
It's a
see.
song?
Yeah,
I'm-
Oh, that song.
That's
Okay,
the
okay,
song.
okay.
The theme song.
There you go.
So I'll see it.
Yeah. I see. I feel like it's one of those movies where like people see it, but like every time you ask someone what is your favorite movie, nobody's ever like Mission Impossible.
That's it.
Tom
Obviously.
Cruise's Mission Impossible.
Mine
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
What?
No, yours gonna be Tag after you see it.
Yeah.
Tags
I'm
out.
gonna be raving about
Vinny,
it.
how do you feel about it?
I thought you were a pretty big
I'm
fan, right?
mostly gonna go see it because I like Simon Pegg. He's one of my favorite actors, and he's in it.
That's right. He really kills it in these movies.
He's
And
good.
he's really good in these films, and also Ving Rhames.
Yeah,
I like
Ving
seeing him in
Rhames,
movies
yeah.
too. So
All right, so this brings us to August, where honestly not a lot of stuff's coming out. So I'm just gonna name off everything of note for this month. Oh man, okay. We got Christopher Robin, The Meg, Black Klansman, and Slender Man.
Yeah.
All right, I don't remember any movie they said, so let me read back.
Christopher Robin.
Let's talk about Christopher Robin. Isn't that Winnie the Pooh?
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
It's like the origin story of him, I think.
I think
No,
No?
it's old Christopher Robin,
Yeah.
and they're visiting him. It's like Hook, I guess.
Kinda. Yeah.
But like
It's Hook with
it's like
Winnie
a
the Pooh,
weird
yeah.
CGI. It's like a realistic CGI.
Yeah, it's like Ted.
But more realistic than Ted, I think.
Is it really that?
Like-
is that realistic?
Like Winnie the Pooh looks like an actual teddy bear,
I
but
don't know. I'm excited.
like,
Ted looked like a teddy bear.
Wait, you're excited for it?
Yeah, I love Winnie the Pooh. I grew up on Winnie the Pooh.
Well, we
so
all
I'm
did,
definitely
but-
gonna
everyone
watch
grew
it.
up with Winnie the Pooh.
And also, Ewan McGregor's in it, so I'm obviously gonna see it.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Really? You know,
I don't know.
what do
It's
you
the
know
worst
about
Kingdom Hearts level, so I'm not gonna go see it.
All right, let's talk about Slender Man. I thought this phase was dead. I thought this was over.
This
I
movie
thought this
is-
was a joke.
5 years too late.
Yeah, this movie's been in the making for a very long time.
It's really weird that's coming up now when like we just got the verdict of the girl who like
Yeah.
Yeah.
did
Oh,
the
what
whole
happened?
slut-
I forgot.
Like
She's
she's
going to jail, right?
yeah.
Well, I thought it was
no,
two
I
girls,
think
right?
yeah.
It was two
Let's
girls
call
and
it
they
multiple people.
attacked one girl.
I know at least one of them got sentenced to a couple years in like a psychiatric prison or whatever, but I don't know what happened to
So
the
yeah,
other
I think this movie got put on hold because of that. Because
Yeah.
they were like, they talked about making the movie, and then that happened, and then it disappeared. But then it
Yeah.
just came back randomly, and I was like,
Well, yeah,
who
I don't
wants
think they're
this?
basing it on that because they don't do the based on a true
No, it's
story.
not. It's not
No,
based
yeah.
off of that
No,
at
it's
all.
not.
But
I think it's just like a
the
fictional
topic
thing.
was kind of like
yeah, it's,
sour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very taboo.
So
But yeah, no, I thought this was a joke movie when I first heard about it. They're like, "Oh, you're looking forward to the Slender Man movie?" I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I watched the trailer and at the end, who cares? It's Slender Man. It was like Slender Man's a joke.
I saw that game
kinda
when I
now.
was in high school.
Yeah,
I
that-
remember that when I was in like ninth grade or something.
Yeah, I remember the game. Wow, what a time.
What's
Yeah.
the Meg? What is
That's
that?
That's a shark movie,
Yeah.
Megalodon. Jason
Yeah.
Statham versus shark.
Pretty much. Jason
Keep on
Statham.
talking. Don't look at me.
Oh, I thought it was
Jason
wrapping up.
Statham's.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's Jason Statham's Jaws, essentially.
All right, let's
Yeah.
talk about Black Klansman, quick.
I actually don't know what that is.
It's Spike Lee.
Spike Lee, yeah.
1960s.
Talk about it. I'm not
A,
talking about it.
it's about like a black detective going undercover in the Klan.
In the
And he
kid-
becomes
It's
the
a
head.
real story.
He
Real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he becomes like the head of,
the Dave Chappelle
the
skit.
Yeah,
local
it's
family.
Ben Bixby. The
Playing
true
Ben
It's
story.
just like,
There you go.
what?
Just that premise.
It's very
I
crazy.
kind of have to
Very
see
crazy.
it. Just
Just
what's
to
gonna
see what
happen.
happens.
Yeah, like how does that work?
Yeah, how are you gonna do it? Like, how are you gonna do it?
Is like does the Klansman just go, hey, wait a minute? like this is like complete opposite world.
Does he never take like he's gonna be like there's gonna be a moment of tension where he's taking off. It's like
No, do you know the when Chappelle does the like news anchor?
Yeah,
And he just
that-
like powders
just
himself.
all right. That does it for tonight. It's been a blast.
This is
Maybe we're not done yet. We're not done.
Live night.
That does it for us tonight. It's been a blast. Make sure to stay tuned for the short film after up next.
That's what.
Taylor? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
What?
I ran into some trouble.
I can see that. What happened to you? I thought you were going on some friendcation this weekend.
I was.
Then...
I don't know why, but it couldn't kill me.
Excuse me?
Okay, maybe couldn't is the wrong word. Didn't might be better.
What the hell are you talking about? Couldn't kill you?
Yeah, whatever it was that haunted the cabin. Look, okay, it was like a perfectly cool cabin, and we were all there just hanging out, minding our own business. Rachel and Jared and Greg and Connor. Then it, like, wasn't a perfectly cool cabin anymore.
And where are Rachel and Jared and the rest of them?
Not here.
Taylor, come on, stop being so cryptic. You can tell me, what happened?
I just did! The thing that haunted the cabin got them.
And it's haunted. Because I went there for after prom a couple of months ago, and I can almost guarantee you it wasn't haunted then.
Well, shit. Maybe it is now. I don't know. But my friends are dead. And I'm not. And I don't know. But I can't get the voice out of my head all join us and Taylor and the screaming. I can't get the screaming out. I just want to take a shower.
Okay. Well, you go ahead and you take your shower, and we'll talk about this when you get out. Would you like tea? Taylor? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
What?
I ran into some trouble.
I can see that. What happened to you? I thought you were going on some friendcation this weekend.
I was.
Then...
I don't know why, but it couldn't kill me.
Excuse me?
Okay, maybe couldn't is the wrong word. Didn't might be better.
What the hell are you talking about? Couldn't kill you?
Yeah, whatever it was that haunted the cabin. Look, okay, it was like a perfectly cool cabin, and we were all there just hanging out, minding our own business. Rachel and Jared and Greg and Connor. Then it, like, wasn't a perfectly cool cabin anymore.
And where are Rachel and Jared and the rest of them?
Not here.
Taylor, come on, stop being so cryptic. You can tell me, what happened?
I just did! The thing that haunted the cabin got them.
And it's haunted. Because I went there for after prom a couple of months ago, and I can almost guarantee you it wasn't haunted then.
Well, shit. Maybe it is now. I don't know. But my friends are dead. And I'm not. And I don't know. But I can't get the voice out of my head all. Join us and Taylor and the screaming. I can't get the screaming out. I just want to take a shower.
Okay. Well, you go ahead and you take your shower, and we'll talk about this when you get out. Would you like tea? Taylor, can you come over here for a second? These two are detectives. They're here to ask you a few questions.
I'm Officer Harvey. This is my partner, Detective Jeffries. We wanted to ask you a few questions about last night.
Aren't you a little young to be detectives?
I'll have you know that we
got information that you were up at the cabin up by Gilbert Lake. We want to know what happened. We heard that you were there.
Who told you about the cabin? Did someone else make it out alive?
I'm afraid we cannot disclose that information with you.
Sure. Fine. What do you want to know?
What happened?
Hello and welcome to a very special live edition of the Sideliners on Wire TV. Try not to screw up, guys. We have a lot to talk about today. NBA playoffs in full throttle. The Yankees getting off to a not so great start for us Yankee fans. And then the NFL draft is just around the corner, only a few days away. So we'll be right back on the other side of the title sequence.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome you. Hey. I'm your big brother. Where will you be for the revolution?
All right, let's get right into it, guys. I'm joined by Chris Thomas, Jiggy Davis, Matt Miles. I'm your host, Nick Wetzel. And guys, we got a lot to talk about today, so let's get right into it. Chris, start us off with the East Conference for the NBA playoffs. Crazy stuff going on over there. What do you think?
The East has been really fun. I mean, you could start off with the fact that LeBron is down 2-1 to the Pacers right now and could potentially be eliminated in the first round for the first time ever. The 76ers look fantastic against the Heat. They had a little bump in the road, game 2, when they lost to the Heat, but with Joel Embiid back, that should be a sweep for, not sweep for them, but a clean series for them. My favorite series to watch is actually going to be the Bucks and Celtics, because I feel like that's going to be really close, because the Celtics without Kyrie are a much different team, not as well performing, and then the Bucks, they have a lot of talent, but they don't play they haven't really played up to their full potential, so I feel like that series could go to Game 7. And then the Raptors and Wizards, I was surprised to see the Wizards took Game 3 against the Raptors, but I think the Raptors will win the next 2. The Eastern Conference is really fun to watch right now.
Jiggy, what do you think?
Like agreeing with Chris, my favorite series right now is the Indiana Pacers and the LeBron James, the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James hasn't been playing too well. The team, you can tell, obviously is not really prepared. You can tell they weren't prepared to walk into this, first round. And with such an up and down year, it kind of you know, put a lot of confusion on the new guys that's coming in. And so, you know, to put those guys into a new system is pretty difficult. But, I mean, the respect of, you know, making it to the first round of the playoffs is always a good thing. It's not normal to see LeBron James as a 4 seed. That's something that's definitely something I'm not used to, but he's making it through. It sucks that he's taking a lot of the load. He had 46 and 12, I believe, the other day. I think it was game 2. And so that was pretty difficult. You know, just he's taking a lot of the heavy load. But it's playoff LeBron, so I feel like he's going to do really well. Another series I like to watch is the Celtics and the Bucks. A lot of those games, they go down to the last quarter, and then, you know, the Celtics, the first 2 games kind of distanced themselves after quarter number 3, so that definitely helped them out in a way too. So I'm starting to like Terry Rozier as well. He's definitely making a name for himself, and this is the greatest time too in the playoffs. So.
What about you, Matt?
Well, I mean, Jiggy, you're technically right. It could be the Pacers against LeBron James because LeBron hasn't gotten very much help from, you know, all these moves they made and before the trade deadline with George Hill and Rodney Hood that were supposed to bolster this team and make them more depth-wise has not really helped them out in that sense. And here LeBron is trying to carry this team against Indiana, who we could argue at times they could have made out more with this trade with Paul George getting Victor Oladipo, because here they are potentially about to advance past Cleveland. I also, I agree with the whole Celtics series. It's just interesting to watch Boston right now because we're getting a perception of them without Kyrie and Hayward. That's a little scary because they're up 2-1 against Milwaukee, even though currently they're losing. So it may be tied 2-2 by the end of the day. But to watch this young team grow without them, and then you add those pieces in, you got to watch out for Boston in the future here.
Yeah, I mean, you always got to look out for Boston in the future, but right now I think they're still the favorites for me to advance in the series. What I want to talk about is Cleveland and the Pacers because, Jiggy, you mentioned we're not used to seeing LeBron lose in the first round, and I feel like part of that can be taken into account that he's usually a 1 seed, if not a 2 seed.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you're facing, in the Eastern Conference, before this year really, if you're an 8 or a 7 seed, you're probably not a playoff team. Yes. You're not up to the caliber of the other Eastern Conference teams.
Right.
The real tough mix is it's 6. I would cut it off. But this year has been different for the East. A lot of tough teams, but also LeBron and the Cavs are only a 4 seed, so they're playing a tough 5 seed in the Indiana Pacers. And this is Victor Oladipo's year. He has totally turned his career around this year. I don't know what it is about Indiana that just turns him into a superstar. He was a star in college, and now he's a star with the Pacers. But this is the toughest test the LeBron team has faced in the first round. And Indiana's taking it to him. And if they win tonight in Indiana, they're going to go up 3-1 in this series. And that's I mean, we've seen LeBron come back 3-1 before. We've seen him do it in the most important series, the NBA Finals. But he's never had that amount of pressure on him in the first round. So to think that we're not even in the second round yet and he's already having to deal with a deficit, it's going to be a long, long playoff run for LeBron James if they're going to get to the finals this year.
If they lose, you can pretty much kiss LeBron James gone in Cleveland.
I mean, and another thing, like you guys say, you know, you got to utilize these guys. I mean, Tyronn Lue, I don't see J.R. Smith taking as much shots as he usually would during the regular season. And guys like J.R. Smith, who has been in the finals and winning championships, who knows how to be in those clutch moments, you should kind of utilize him. I mean, off the bench, who else do you guys really have if you guys really want to make a statement in the playoffs? Excuse me. So J.R. Smith has to be utilized. He's the only, besides, on the perimeter, he's the only guy that can score off the dribble there, really, in my eyes, and after LeBron, so.
All right, so we got to go to the western side of it now. Not as close of races as we have in the West and the East, but still a lot to talk. I mean, the only one that's 3-0 is the Warriors, I believe. Is that correct? Right. Yeah. So they're 3 up on the Spurs. But then you have Minnesota just took one from OKC. Houston. OKC and the Utah Jazz might be the best playoff series in the East and West.
For sure.
There's a lot to talk about over there, guys. What do you, Jiggy, we'll start with you. What do you think going on in the West right now?
The biggest thing right now is I'm just happy to see Carmelo Anthony back in the playoffs. That was probably the biggest thing that was kind of irking my nerves. I'm the biggest Melo fan you've ever met in your life. And so to see Melo back in that position, to see him back in that mode, it's great. But like you said, Donovan Mitchell, Ricky Rubio, those guys in Utah, man, they're really doing it, man. And Donovan Mitchell being the #1 scoring option, that's my rookie of the year, by the way. and he's the #1 scoring option on that Utah Jazz team. And then you got big guys like Rudy Gobert and Derek Favors, who are actually making a big contribution on the board. Excuse me, guys. And it's just Utah Jazz, man. And I don't think they can make it past the first round with, you know, Russell Westbrook and playoff P and guys like that. And Melo, obviously, just trying to, you know, push themselves to the second round. So I'm excited to see what the rest of that OKC and Utah series looks like.
All right, Chris, before we go to you, I just got to say you guys let me lie to the people. There was another 3-0. Now it's a 4-0.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to talk about
yes, the Trailblazers did get sweep.
We got to talk about that. But Chris, I'll let you start on any series in the West.
I'll mention that one. That one, I was honestly really disappointed because Damian Lillard, towards the end of the season after the All-Star break, looked like a candidate for MVP, and then he completely disappeared from the playoffs. I mean,
he didn't just disappear. Drew Holiday took him away.
Yeah, Drew Holiday took him away. You're right. But
tremendous defense.
I mean, Game 4, Drew Holiday and AD scoring 40+ was ridiculous. And now it brings up the question, what are the Warriors going to do to stop AD? Because they have Draymond Green, who is a stout defender, but can't compete with him as far as size. And then JaVale McGee against AD, I think we know what's going to happen every time if AD posts up. And this is going to be a very interesting series to watch because another thing to factor in the series is DeMarcus Cousins isn't playing. And he's a free agent. So if they play really well, it might convince him to sign an extension with the Pelicans, and then that team would be ridiculous in the West. And along with that, the Minnesota taking a game from Houston, I like that series because Minnesota's a very young team. And Houston, like the past couple of years, the #1 seed has been really 4-0, 4-0, 4-0. It's just been Golden State. It's nice to see them finally lose a game to a lower seed, and then the Spurs against Golden State. It's very unfortunate that they're probably gonna get swept by Golden State. I mean, Golden State's a very good team, but especially with what happened with Popovic's wife's passing, it's very unfortunate. Especially with Kawhi Leonard trade rumors. I just want to see the Spurs get on track because the Spurs are a very likable franchise.
What about you, Matt? What is the West? What have you seen in the West so far?
I mean, you get to see a lot of different things. I think the most compelling is definitely Utah against OKC because you think about it, Utah lost their best player in Gordon Hayward over free agency. And here they are stacked against OKC, who has, you know, Westbrook, Paul George, and Melo, and they're up 2-1 against them. And if statistically speaking, the Utah Jazz actually had the best record for the second half of the season out of every NBA team. So in that sense, this is sort of expected Utah to give it to them. And the Thunder, they can't have their big three shooting 0 for 13 in the fourth quarter. That's not going to get it done, especially since they don't have much bench help to sort of support that big three role. But they have to come out and be a little more efficient in order to really take it to Utah. And in terms of the New Orleans series, I mean, Drew Holiday has really stepped up, but he's 27 years old. He averaged 19 points per game this season. He is a one-time All-Star when he was with the Sixers. He's just had some health issues the last couple of years. I'm not really surprised by him coming out and playing this way because this is something that New Orleans invested into and expected him to play at. And I think I'm more surprised he stopped Lillard so well. But McCollum didn't really have a good series, and it's going to be an interesting offseason for Portland and what direction they're going to go in because they can't be in this middle phase and get knocked in the first round with players like McCollum and Lillard that have such a high cap and talent.
The one thing you can say about this playoffs, and this goes for the East and the West, is that I don't think I've seen a playoffs this competitive this early, and I don't even know how long. We're usually in the, I mean, you talk about last year's NBA Finals between Golden State and Cleveland. Going into the finals, those teams also combined one game.
Yep.
And that was Cleveland going 12-1 in the East, and with Golden State going 12-0. I don't think we're going to see that this year. We're seeing a lot of tough competition in round one. We already talked about LeBron losing 2 games, already double what he lost last year. And then assuming Golden State beats San Antonio today, which I think we all agree that they will.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Their second round matchup against the Pelicans just got a lot harder. We were talking about them facing, I don't think anyone picked the Pelicans. But now they're going to have to go up against the team in Anthony Davis that looks legit. You got playoff Rondo, who's always a stud. Drew Holiday is there. It's going to be a tough series. I'm still picking them, but this is going to be a really, really fun NBA playoffs.
The biggest X factor in that series between the Pelicans and the Warriors is going to be when Steph Curry comes back. Steph Curry just recently got back into physical activity, practicing with the team and, you know, throwing up shots and stuff like that from the sprained MCL. So it's going to be surprise. I'm excited to see how Steph Curry comes back and plays with those guys because he's the glue guy for that team, and without him, the team is kind of like looking all over the place. So.
Yep, I agree. We got to go to commercial. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Yankees' slow start and what it could mean for the rest of their season.
Oh, Jesus.
It should be Steffortless.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
The It's On Us pledge is a personal commitment to help keep men and women safe from sexual assault.
It is a promise to not be a bystander to the problem,
but to be a part of the solution.
As a SUNY Oneonta student athlete, I am proud to take the pledge. I pledge
to help keep men and women safe from sexual assault.
I promise
not to be a bystander to the problem,
but a part of the solution. I pledge to recognize
that non-consensual sex is sexual assault.
To identify situations
in which sexual assault may occur.
To intervene
in situations where consent cannot or has not been given.
To create an environment
in which sexual assault is unacceptable and survivors are supported.
Join us and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
I pledge to help stop sexual assault.
So the Bronx Bombers haven't gotten off to the hottest of starts, like a lot of their fans thought they would, hovering around that 500 mark. So Matt, what do you think of the season so far?
Quite honestly, I'm a Yankees fan. I'm not concerned. Why I say that is the season's so long, it's quick to just hit the panic button on this team that we are sort of expecting because they made it so far last year. But if you remember, they surpassed all expectations for last year to get where they were in terms of one game away from the World Series. And if you look at the health issues that they've had to start the season between Sabathia and Bird and then Hicks getting hurt, they've had a little bit of a trouble in that outfield with health-wise to start the season. But they're 11-9 now because they just won 4-1 against the Blue Jays. But I think there's an
game's still going on.
They just added the They just added the pressure to them. I think because our rival team, the Red Sox, is 17-3, and I think in that sense, as New York fans, we have an extra pressure because our rivals are doing better. But to hit the panic button and just say, oh no, like the season's already going down, I am a little skeptical on some of Boone's calls for some of these games as a manager. I'm not convinced fully that he's the right guy for our team, but I can't just say we're going to hit the panic button and all of a sudden we're going to be running around with our heads chopped off, that the Yankees aren't going to make the playoffs or anything like that. It's a long season. Still give them time to grow. We'll be fine.
What about you, Jiggy?
Coming from the Bronx, man, like Matt said, I'm not worried at all. Everybody was expecting, you know, Stanton to come in the first 20 games, smack 20 home runs, and that was like unrealistic. So people have to wake up and smell the coffee. This is New York City. You know, we have, you know, the best players, in my opinion, in the American League right now. And then, you know, we still have young guys. We see, recently, I believe it was yesterday, we called up Gleyber Torres, and he's another young guy who has a lot to prove. So it's a bunch of, you know, like Matt said, it's the beginning of the season. We still have other bats, you know, Judge hitting 2-run homers yesterday against the Blue Jays. So, I mean, I personally don't feel like we should be hitting the panic button at all. Like Matt said, Boone's moves have been a little bit questionable, but due to the, you know, our you know, early injuries, it kind of pushed us back a little bit, but it's not pushing us so far back to where we can see us being in positions where we might not even make the playoffs. Like Matt said, it's too early in the season for us to predict. I believe it's, 162 games in a baseball season, and they only completed 20. So let's kind of relax a little bit.
What about you, Chris?
Both Jiggy and Matt made great points. I mean, it's such a long season, and the reason why it seems so bad is because the Red Sox are playing so well, and the Mets are playing well. That's something we haven't mentioned. The Mets are playing very well right now.
Yes.
And the reason why the Yankees aren't playing well, they've been hit with the injury bug to the point where we had Jace Peterson playing in the outfield for us a couple games ago before he got sent down to the minors. Stanton's batting under 200, and Sanchez is batting under 200 as well. Also, our pitching hasn't really showed up. Sonny Gray looks like more of a name at this point. He hasn't really produced much this season. Even though he really didn't produce much last season, he's done a lot worse this season. But a lot of the positives that the Yankees have this season, Didi Gregorius is playing out of his mind. Yes. I'm so happy our young prospects are coming up. I mean, Brandon Drury looks like a steal when healthy. And I'm so happy for what the Yankees did this offseason, and I'm so excited for the Yankees this season.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about their slow start. Like Jiggy said, it's a very long season. I don't really start worrying until we get to right around the All-Star break, a little after. The one thing I'm concerned with, and I was concerned with this in the offseason, last season, and I will be further into this season, is I don't think we have the pitching staff to get as far as we would like in the playoffs. The only guy that we throw out there that I feel confident about day in, day out is Luis Severino. Tanaka, we should feel confident about him, but he has games where he's amazing and then games where he's awful. CC Sabathia, I love him and I always will, but we can't expect him to be dominant night in, night out. Nope. And then Sonny Gray, like you said, Chris, is just, he should be better than what he is, and hopefully he gets out of this slump that he's been in, really since he got to New York. But if we don't make a move at the deadline, I don't know how far our pitching staff can take us.
Another thing I forgot to mention is, another positive for the Yankees is, Aaron Judge is hitting fantastic. He's not hitting yard. He's actually he's playing for hits. I think that's huge for the Yankees this season, because going into the offseason, that was the major concern. Judge's strikeouts, and the fact that he only hits for the long ball. I'm so happy he's actually trying to make contact and just trying to get hits.
And also, he's not swinging for anything. That was his bad habit towards the end of the season. He kept just swinging for anything, and that's why his strikeout rating was so high, because he was just going for the first pitch most of the time. So.
Yep, very true. But like we said, long season, nothing to worry about yet.
Good.
We'll be back after another commercial break to break down the NFL draft.
We have a big problem, and we need your help.
It's happening on college campuses, at bars, at parties, even in high schools.
It's happening to our sisters and our daughters,
our wives and our friends.
It's called sexual assault, and it has to stop.
We have to stop it. So listen up.
If she doesn't consent, or if she can't consent, it's rape, it's assault.
It's a crime. It's wrong.
If I saw it happening, I was taught you have to do something about it.
If I saw it happening, I speak up.
If I saw it happening, I'd never blame her. I'd help her.
Because I don't want to be a part of the problem.
I want to be a part of the solution.
We need all of you to be part of the solution. This is about respect. It's about responsibility.
It's up to all of us to put an end to sexual assault. And that starts with you.
Because one is too many.
We are back. The NFL draft is just a few days away this Thursday. So, Jiggy, break down what do you think will happen that Thursday?
With the number 3 pick in the NFL draft, the New York Jets select Baker Mayfield from Oklahoma University.
Oh, God.
That's not true.
Stop.
I personally feel like Baker Mayfield's attitude fits the New York City attitude. You can't have somebody walking into an organization, especially in a city like New York, walking into an organization soft and I feel like he's kind of walking into an organization where he's holding his head high. He's very confident in his abilities. And also, I feel like right now, the moves that we've been making is so much better than previous off seasons. Some off seasons, we just walked in there and just threw away money. But the off season that we had this season, it's kind of preparing us for the draft and it's putting us in the right position. So I'm kind of disappointed we gave up 2 second-round draft picks to get that number 3. But you gotta give to get, and I feel like we're gonna get a good pick. And hopefully we can get Baker Mayfield. So.
What about you, Chris, our only non-Jets fan on the panel right now?
I think this is one of the most exciting drafts that we've seen in recent years. I mean, for the first time in a very long time, we have no idea who's going to be the first overall pick. The Browns have been keeping it quiet who they're going to keep as the first overall pick. I think it's going to be Josh Allen. The Browns have loved Josh Allen since he declared for the draft, and it makes sense because they traded a 3rd-round pick for Tyrod Taylor, which means he's probably going to be their starting quarterback next season. And Josh Allen, even though not fully developed, coming out of a small school, he has a cannon, he's very mobile, and he's a big quarterback, and he has the highest ceiling out of all the quarterbacks. Sam Darnold is the most pro-ready, but the highest ceiling goes to Allen, the 3rd overall pick. I know a lot of people don't believe this is going to happen, but I think Darnold's going 3 to the Jets because I feel the Giants are going to pick Barkley at 2. We've been hearing so much speculation where they're going to pick a quarterback, where they're going to go defense, which is David Gettleman's specialty when drafting, but Saquon Barkley, I feel like, is the perfect piece that they need for that team. And then I think Darnold's going 3 because he's going to be the best quarterback left, and the Jets will love to have that pro-ready quarterback who'd compete with Josh McCown day 1 and potentially get that job.
There's nothing I want more than for what you just said to happen, Chris, because that's exactly how it's playing in my head right now. If there's only one quarterback taken by the time we pick at 3, and Sam Darnold is there, and we take Baker Mayfield, it's going to be so hard for me to not just turn off my TV in disgust. I really hope this is all a smokescreen, that it's already a done deal, that we got him, because this is just, it's asinine. It makes no sense to me. No sense whatsoever. If Darnold's there, you have to take him. You need to take him. I will go to the draft myself, and I will pick him for you, because it's just ridiculous that we're talking about picking Baker Mayfield over Sam Darnold.
Listen, Nick, don't come at me, man. I'm just trying to explain myself, okay? Baker Mayfield, he showcased a lot. Sam Darnold had a really kind of tough season with USC.
As fun as Broadway
He
Baker
didn't
would
prove
be.
his point. You told me about Sam Darnold last year when the season ended last year, and you were like, Sam Darnold's the guy. And I did my research on him. He came into USC this year, and he did not produce as well as he was supposed to. And same thing as Josh Rosen. He didn't do it. He didn't do it as well at UCLA. So I mean, your last season, or sometimes the season that you're into in the draft, is your most important. And I felt like they kind of just wasted their energy.
All right, we got to let Matt get in.
Yeah, I apologize. I had to explain myself.
He's talking about Mayfield, and he's just wasting time. I hope the Jets don't pick him. You just killed about a minute of my conversation, and it was all about nothing. I hope that, what I think may happen is the Browns may pick Darnold, and then we land Allen. I'm okay with either one of those quarterbacks as long as it's not Mayfield. I'm also not convinced yet that we're done seeing those picks get moved around. I think the Giants still have a chance to trade that pick for something more. As we discussed earlier this year, the last 5 years, somebody has traded that top 3 pick, which has happened this year with the Jets and the Colts. But I'm not going to be surprised if the Giants make a last-minute move in order to sort of bolster and get some more picks involved than the one they currently have. And I'm not so convinced I'm, getting a running back just yet. They have to address the O-line. Their defense still needs to be addressed. And I think the Browns could get Barkley still. So that's just my take on it.
All right, thank you, Matt.
You're welcome.
So I think that's going to do it for us. We got to go to a FaceTime real quick. And if I'm not mistaken, I won, right?
There we go. We got one under the belt. Yes.
So I would just like to take my FaceTime to say it's been a pleasure and an honor to be able to sit behind this desk and talk about sports with some great guys. It's been a pleasure to work with someone like Tyler Kimball. Really appreciate that friendship that we have. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss Sideliners. I'm going to miss Wire. I'll probably miss Oneonta too once it gets a little warmer around here. I'm getting real sick of this 8-month-long winter. But I really couldn't say anything more. Thank you, and stay tuned.
Boom.
I'll just mention. I'm not gonna throw any curveballs. Hi, we're here with Natalie Costanza from WONI. So Natalie, tell me a little bit about what WONI is.
So WONI is our FM on-campus college radio station. It's all student-run, and we have terrestrial broadcasts, which is your typical you're in the car, you're turning on the radio, you're moving the dial to 90.9, and then we also have an online stream where we stream to people all over the country and the world. So
Very
great.
cool.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your involvement in the club, how you got started, where you are now.
Sure. So I've been broadcasting on the radio. I had an opportunity when I was 14 years old to start that, and I immediately fell in love with radio. So I joined WONY the fall of 2017, so last semester. I completed my training, and I quickly became a DJ for DJing at the Cats weekend pregame on Fridays from 2 to 4. And then earlier this semester, there was an opportunity to run for an executive board position for the events director. So I took that opportunity and I ran for it and I got elected. And I wound up rerunning at the end of this semester for next school year. So I went from being a DJ to now being on the executive board, which is really great.
Congratulations, that's amazing.
Thank you.
What are some of these events that you are planning and doing with the club?
Sure, so we have a lot of interstation events. We'll have ice cream socials, we're having a picnic next week, and then we'll also do larger scale events. So we just hosted WONY Island, which is our spring compilation concert, which has bands from SUNY Oneonta, bands from across the tri-state area, and it's all beach themed. So people have we had a little photo booth, and they had bubbles and lays and fun stuff like that. We'll also host WONY Iceberg, which is our winter concert, same kind of concept as WONY Island. And then actually at the end of the semester on May 4th, we're having WONY Wave, which is our first ever EDM concert. So they wanted to have a rave, so then I made it WONY Wave. So we're actually having all SUNY Oneonta EDM artists. Some of them, like DJ Smokestacks, was just signed to a professional label. We have Poor Choice, who was again signed to a label, so really up and coming, not only EDM artists, but SUNY Oneonta students.
That is really great. I like how you bring in the involvement with all students on campus. Do you ever work with other clubs or just help promote other students, would you say?
We've in the past have worked with other clubs. This year we've done just more WONY-led events, but we're looking to work more with Music Industry Club. We're looking to work more with The Wire next year for broadcasting opportunities. So
definitely. Very cool. What would you say the training process is like to be a part of WONY?
Sure. So to be a part of WONY, everyone has to attend at least one meeting. So most students will choose to attend a general body meeting where all the executive board and DJs are at. So they get a really good feel of what the station is like. Some students will opt to stay for executive board meetings, which is just the e-board talking about the logistics of the club.
Mm-hmm.
Then after you have that, you have to learn a few skills. So you have to learn how to use a turntable, a PA system. You have to learn how to make a flyer, do a CD review, like skills that every DJ needs to know.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you just want to be a station member and not a DJ, then your training is done. If you want to pursue being a DJ, you have to sit in on 3 radio shows.
Okay.
You can sit on the same show twice, but you have to sit on at least 2 different shows.
And then, so DJ Nat the Cat,
That's
you
me.
are. What kind of things do you do on your show? Do you just play music? Do you do interviews? Like, tell me about your show.
I primarily just play music. I'll play everything from country music to today's hits to throwbacks, basically anything that I'm feeling that day. On my personal Snapchat, I do DJ Nat's Music Monday, so I pick a song that I've been listening to. I put it on my Snap story on Monday, and then I'll play that song on my show too.
Oh, fun.
I'll have DJs will pop in. My show is right before the e-board meeting, so a lot of DJs are milling about, so they'll come in. Last week, everyone was in the station, so we had 7 different people chiming in. We played some new music from Shaggy and Sting. We also played some tribute music for Avicii. So it was just kind of whatever we're feeling that day, which is really fun.
Very cool. So earlier this month, WONY won Best Club of the Year.
Yes.
How did that make you feel? How was that for the club?
So it was really just so humbling for the entire organization. I only joined WONY last year, but the GM, Jessie King, has been a part of WONY since her freshman year, so it's been 4 years now. And she has done so much to recharge the station and really bring WONY back to what it was. And she has done such a great job. So it was so rewarding, not only for us as a club, but we were just so proud of the work that she has done and the work that the current executive board has done. And it was great to be recognized because I think it's something unique when you get recognized for doing your passions. We all come in and we don't even feel like we're in leadership positions. We just feel like we're doing what we love. And it was just really humbling and honoring.
Congratulations. I think that's
Thank you.
amazing. Would you say there's a lot of shows that go on? Is there a big student involvement, or is it still small and you're looking to expand? Like, what are some future goals that you have for this club?
We are always looking to expand. Right now we have about 50 station members, which is great, but we'd love to see even more. We have multiple shows each day, but I know the incoming GM, Dylan Salvaggi, is really focused on filling up every single spot. So we have a 2 to 4 a.m. spot. We want that filled. We want every single spot filled. So we are a fully live broadcasting station at all times. I think that more student involvement. A lot of students, they like radio, but they might be intimidated by speaking on air. We'll be a station member. I think that's a lot of things people forget about, is that they can be a station member and not have their show, which is something we really want to stress for next school year. I think that we're always looking to grow, and the station has even more goals, more community involvement, and just more on-campus presence.
I like that. What would you say your favorite memory of WONY is that you've had thus far?
There has been so many, but we actually went to New York City at the end of March, and we got tours of iHeartRadio and WNYC, which is the NPR affiliate for New York City. And we got time to walk around the city, and we met some professional DJs, some of my personal heroes, and that was just cool. We were road tripping down the city together, and it was so fun. We got to stay overnight in a hotel in Manhattan, so that was my favorite memory.
Do you think that like that's a really big opportunity that you get to have and stuff? Do you think that joining the club with no experience may be a good thing, and getting to see things like iHeartRadio, that's like a good experience to gain?
Yes, I stress to everyone, if you've never done radio, or if you've been like me who's been doing radio for years, just join WONY. We have people on the executive board who never did anything with radio prior to coming to SUNY Oneonta. That's something that I think a lot of people think, oh, I've never done it before. But that's why you join WONY, because you learn not only how to broadcast live on air, but you learn about things like using a turntable, setting up live music for an event. So it's really useful, even if you have no experience.
That's very interesting. I think that's a good experience to gain, and I like clubs like that. So I feel like WONY is a great thing to join. So what would you say the time commitment is with WONY?
It really is what you make of it. As a DJ, I have a 2-hour show. That's a choice that I made. As an e-board member, I have 2 hours of office hours a week, as well as our e-board meeting, and then I also host a committee meeting during my office hours. So every station member is required to attend, it'll either be weekly or bi-weekly committee meetings. Those last from anywhere from a half an hour to an hour. Just depends on the week, depends on the committee. And then the general body meetings, which happen once a month, and they're about 45 minutes once a month.
Okay.
Like I said, if you are a DJ, you know, that's going to be a little bit more of a time commitment. But even for a busy schedule, it's definitely doable.
Manageable?
Yes.
So during office hours, do you host like just answering questions, or is it more like a hands-on kind of deal?
So during my office hours, I host my committee meeting for the events department. We plan a lot of our events during that time. I know this coming Monday, we're going to be making our paper plate awards that we're giving out to all of our station members during the picnic. So that's going to be a very hands-on meeting. But we've had some meetings where we've just been like, here are our 5 upcoming events. What are we doing for food? What are we doing for music? What's this? Logistical things. I also will have meetings that we're just bouncing ideas off of people. The WONY Wave came across our minds, I guess, by a station member saying, hey, I want to do this. Let's figure it out. And we sat down right away and we were like, okay, what's a day, what's a time, where's the location? And we booked it all right then and there.
Wow.
So the event meetings are really just dependent on what events are going on and what time of the school year it is.
Very cool. Are there any like rules you have to follow while being in the club?
So as the Federal Communications Committee, FCC, says, you know, we can't swear on the air, you can't use any explicit material, anything like that. Other than that, as long as you're following station rules, like you can't eat in the broadcast booth, you have to attend, you know, the general body and the committee meetings. Other than that, WONY's really open to people making their show and their time at WONY unique to them. So, like I said, we do have some guidelines we have to follow, but other than that, it's just kind of up to the DJs.
Yeah. Would you say like show-wise with all the students that are involved, is there like a wide range, or is it mainly just like everyone playing the same songs?
We have a very diverse program. I know that we have Nick, who's actually one of the hosts of Sideliners on The Wire. He hosts a music show, but he also hosts Going the Distance, which is an all-sports show. And he actually pulls in a lot of people from Sideliners to broadcast, which is awesome. Sean Clements, who's also known as Sean Sato, he's one of our DJs on campus. He hosts a completely DJ freeform specialty show, and he's mixing live on air.
Mhm.
Then we have DJs who host talk shows. We have 2 DJs who just joined the station that will be doing a 4-hour mixing block, and they're doing all hip-hop music mixed live. And we even have shows that interview live musicians. We really just have a wide range.
Wow, that is really great. I learned a lot from you today, and I just want to thank you for coming.
Thank you, Carrie.
It was a pleasure meeting you. And
Yes.
Late Night Oneonta. I'm so excited to be hosting Live Night with you all. We have some great guests tonight, all of whom will be graduating this May, unfortunately, but I'm super excited to be with them tonight, or today. Filming this live is very odd, but hopefully we can fix it in post. Wait, is that not how this works? Oh, okay. Well, first things first. Happy Earth Day, everyone. Today is a day of celebrating our planet and making sure it's happy and healthy. As they say, though, every day is Earth Day. But let's be real, nothing is going to stop you from buying endless amounts of paper Starbucks cups just to throw away. Former First Lady Barbara Bush died last week, with her funeral being held yesterday. President Trump was noticeably not attending the ceremony. He was instead watching it from his residence in Mar-a-Lago. To be fair, I certainly understand his desire to not attend. Funerals are the most uncomfortable thing. You're trapped in a church with a bunch of crying people. It's not fun. Kanye West made a return to Twitter, bringing the world some wonderful tweets that are simply too long to read here. He did, however, reveal that he's apparently going to be releasing new music this year, and that he's maybe going to release a book. He explicitly said, however, his book is not a financial opportunity, so if he's not looking for financial gain with these projects, why not come on to our show? We have literally no way of paying for you, so it'd be perfect. Since this is our last episode of the semester, we won't be able to talk about the upcoming film Avengers Infinity War, which is probably for the best since our producer Aiden will most likely still be crying over Captain America biting the dust, which is still not confirmed, but he's telling me that he is emotionally preparing himself for it to happen, which is very fair. Queen Elizabeth threw a party for her 92nd birthday, and it was a star-studded bash with such top-tier performers as Sting, Tom Jones, and Kylie Minogue. Shaggy performed there as well. Yes, Shaggy, singer of hit song It Wasn't Me, performed for the Queen of England. I guess she's a fan of songs about denying your infidelity. In very strange news, a former star of the TV show Smallville was recently arrested for her connections to an alleged sex trafficking cult. Allison Mack was a high-ranking member of a cult that supposedly involved branding women and luring them into the cult by offering self-empowerment classes. What's more, the cult was established in Albany, New York. Hey, upstate New York made national news. We're nearing the end of April, so you know what that means. Finals week is quickly approaching us. Next week, in fact. For some, finals week just means an excuse to go out every night, which, fair, you do you. Others, me, are suddenly realizing those projects they had all semester to finish are due in a week. So it's crunch time, people. But whatever you do, just make sure to take care of yourself during finals. SUNY Oneonta's last theatrical production of the semester, Honk, opened this week. The common day retelling of The Ugly Duckling was met with raving reviews, especially on the April 20th performance, with some students saying, "Whoa, that duck is talking. My God, a duck is talking." We have a great show for you tonight. Don't go anywhere.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
The It's On Us pledge is a personal commitment to help keep men and women safe from sexual assault.
It is a promise to not be a bystander to the problem,
but to be a part of the solution.
As a SUNY Oneonta student athlete, I am proud to take the pledge. I pledge
to help keep men and women safe from sexual assault.
I promise
not to be a bystander to the problem,
but a part of the solution.
I pledge to recognize that non-consensual sex is sexual assault.
To identify situations
in which sexual assault may occur.
To intervene
in situations where consent cannot or has not been given.
To create an environment
in which sexual assault is unacceptable and survivors are supported.
Join us and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
I pledge to help stop sexual assault.
Welcome back, everyone. Please welcome our first guest, photographer Aliana Mantaria.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here today. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions about your photography and your artwork. But first, what is your year and major here at Oneonta?
I'm a senior, and I am a computer art and psychology major.
Ooh, fancy. So how does it feel to know that some of your photography is displayed in the art gallery right now?
It's an incredible feeling, especially because I'm starting out with photography. It's like a new medium for me, so seeing that it was submitted and accepted into an art exhibition was really incredible, and I really hope to be doing more of it in the future. That's awesome. Like seeing it in a gallery just makes it really rewarding.
Good, that's awesome. I saw the pictures, they're beautiful.
Thank you.
So you, this semester, studied abroad for a little while in Singapore, correct?
Yes, I did, yes.
Now, how many pictures did you take while you were in Singapore?
I took 1,500, and I narrowed down around 450 good ones. So, yeah, not every picture is going to be good.
Right. Well, 450 of them are, which I think is pretty impressive, personally. You started a project, I believe you started it in Singapore.
Yes.
A photography project about mothers and their infants, correct?
Yes,
Can
so
you
basically.
elaborate on that a little
Yeah,
more?
so since I was with like photography students, the professor said pick a theme,
okay,
so we could have like something to focus on there. So I chose portraits, and we went to this tourist area, and I started taking pictures of families. I noticed I was taking pictures of not just like single people, but like with their family or like couples. So I noticed like there was a lot of pairs, and as I was looking through my images, I realized that a lot of pictures that I were taking were of parents and their kids, like, you know, the little, I forgot what they're called, the little baby things that you
Oh yeah,
put
the little
on.
baby backpacks.
Yes, that, like either on the front or the back. Like
Yeah.
I was just drawn to taking pictures of families with that. So when I found out that our final project had to also be themed, I thought I'd continue doing that. So I've been taking pictures in the community in Oneonta at events.
Very nice, very nice. So that's a project you're working on. Have you reached out to people in the area for pictures like that?
Yeah, so last Saturday I went to Oneonta World of Learning, which is a children's museum in Oneonta. And yesterday I went to O-Fest, and I went to the YMCA, and they had like this goat yoga event, which was cool. Yeah, so I got to kind of do 2 events. And then today I was, this is why I'm all dressed in black, I was at an event in Foothills. It was a fairy mother-daughter dance kind of deal. So
That
I was,
sounds fancy.
yeah. So I've been finding places that cater to like my goals for the project.
Very nice, that's very cool. So you are a senior, you will be graduating in just a couple weeks, which makes me very sad. But so looking back on your time here at Oneonta, do you have a favorite memory?
A favorite memory? Oh my goodness.
Or one that sticks out?
Yeah, sure. This is one I've been thinking about, I guess, more recently. I was in a show last spring, Colony Collapse, theater production directed by Andrew Call. And that was a really great experience because the character was tough and the director really pushed you to develop your character, and it ended up, I guess, I ended up developing it so much that I felt like I was the character at certain points, and I would like be emotionally like attached to it. So that was a really good memory, the community of it, and the development of my acting.
Well, it was a great show.
It was a great show.
Fantastic. What do you plan to do after you graduate? Do you plan to keep going with the photography thing, more into the graphic design, the art stuff? What are you feeling?
I would definitely love to combine the two, but more focused on the photography aspect of it. Okay. Having the design background is definitely beneficial, but just doing this like project of like finding people and making a series, it makes me interested in doing that more. Not sure if it would be an independent thing on my own or if it would be in a job setting for a magazine, if I would be, you know, pitched ideas or if I would pitch my own, but those are ideas that I'm throwing around.
Right, very nice. Well, I personally am very excited to see what you do. I'll follow your career as a photographer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, Aliana. Up next, we have L&O's very own executive producer, Aiden Simons. Don't touch that remote.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
Hello, gorgeous. You're still here. Please welcome our second guest, Aiden Simons.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Technically, you're always here as our executive producer.
I've never been on this side of the camera. It's really bright in here. There's so many lights. I don't know how you do this.
You get
it's so
used
warm.
to it. Yeah, how does it feel being on this side of the camera?
It feels really weird. I never have been on camera in this studio, it's kind of surreal in a way, like seeing it from the outside, from the other side. It's kind of weird.
Well, I think as the last show, as our last L&O, I think it's fitting.
Last one ever.
So what is your year and major here at Oneonta?
I am a senior and I'm a mass comm major, so this is literally exactly what I do for my academic career.
This is it.
Yeah, this is it.
Very nice, very nice. You're graduating in a couple weeks as well. How does that feel?
I don't think it's really hit me yet.
Okay.
Even though graduation is in like 2 weeks. Like, I mean, there's so much going on. See, everyone says senioritis, but like, there's so much going on in your senior year when it just classes alone and then dealing with graduation. It's like, it probably won't hit me until I'm actually wearing the cap and gown on that Saturday.
Now, do you think you'll cry once it hits you? Are you gonna go numb, or are you just gonna burst into tears?
I probably won't. I am not someone who really shows that much emotion.
Okay.
So, who knows? Who knows?
We'll find out.
Yeah, stay tuned.
So how did you first get involved with Late Night Oneonta?
Oh God, I came here as a mass comm major since I was a freshman. So this has always been something I've known about and was interested in. And I started off doing a couple of shows. I actually started off on the movie show. It's great, you should watch it. And then my friend Marissa, the other producer of the show, she started doing Late Night Oneonta, and she asked me if I would work on the show with her. And I started off as a floor manager and sometimes cameraman. So I've just been part of it I've been part of Wire since like for like the whole time here.
And now here you are.
I know.
Executive producer.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a favorite memory from LNO or from any of the other shows you've worked on?
Probably the live night last year, because that was my first time being producer, and live night, like everyone talks about how crazy live night is, and you don't realize how crazy it actually is until you're directing a show and you're on a time crunch and there's no post-production. Like if you're doing a normal show, if you mess up, it's fine. If you run over, you can just like edit in post-production. Live night, it's literally, you have no kind of crutch like that. It's everyone's firing on all cylinders. But it's also really fun because everyone is really in on it all together, because we film all of our shows in a row. So it's just a really fun experience. It's like fast-paced, it's hectic. You really have no idea what's going on while you're in the middle of it. And so I will always remember that.
That's fun. That's exciting. I mean, live night is also somewhat terrifying.
Oh, it's
fine.
So scary.
Fine. Everything's fine. Do you have a favorite memory from Oneonta in general? Is it live night, or is there other things that really stick out to you?
I mean, 4 years is a long time to really remember stuff. I mean, it's just, I'm going to probably say the most cliche pageant answer ever. It'd be like all the friends I made. I mean, I met so many, all the friends we made along the way. You just meet so many different people from all over, like from all different parts of like, sometimes the world, the state, other states, and you really just grow as a person. I feel like when I just like learned so many skills I didn't know I have, interests I didn't think I'd want to pursue, and so I can't think of one clear answer. I know it's the cop-out answer, but I really can't.
All of it, the people. That's a good answer. It's a good answer. It's valid.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. So you are graduating very soon. Do you have plans for after graduation? Do you have any big goals for once you graduate?
I mean, I can't really say much because it's not a done deal. I mean, I've been interviewing with some places, some different opportunities. I definitely realized I'm pursuing more like journalism-related careers, so writing and editing, editorial, that kind of stuff. No definitive plans yet, but some stuff may be in the works right now. So it's exciting. I mean, it will be nice. The graduation, even if I don't have anything going on, it'll be a nice time to relax and recharge and reset. It's the first time I won't have to go to school in like,
ever.
Like almost 20 years. So it'll be different. It'll be a change of pace, but it's exciting.
Yeah.
I kind of like not having a set goal, because it means like anything can happen.
Do you think this will be the last time we see you in front of the camera? Maybe you'll be back in front of a camera one day, or do you think you're mostly going to be sticking with the behind-the-scenes stuff?
Never say never. Who knows? Like I said, anything could happen. I don't want to never say never. So this is a weird experience. I've never been interviewed before, so this is a time.
Well, you've done a great job.
Oh, thank you. You've been great too. And I want to say special thanks to all the crew who I've had throughout the year. We've had different people coming and going, and it's like obviously I only have one role and everyone else, like, if it weren't for everyone else, this would not be possible.
Well, thank you very much for being here. Thank you so much for all the work you've put into this show. And thank you for being a wonderful executive producer.
I try my best. I'm fine. It's all right.
Stay tuned. When we come back, we will be talking with our second producer, Marissa Tambasco.
I will get up and walk the dog at 6:30 a.m. I will eat some fruit as part of my breakfast. I will shave. I will clean the sink after I shave. I will be at work by 8 a.m. I will sit through 2-hour meetings. I will say yes when you want me to say yes. I will be quiet when you don't want to hear me say no. I will take your call. I will listen to your opinion of my friends. I will listen to your friends' opinions of my friends. I will be civil to your mother. I will put the seat down. I will separate the recycling. I will carry your lip balm. I will watch your vampire TV shows with you. I will take my socks off before getting into bed. I will put my underwear in the basket. And because I do this, I will drive the car I want to drive. Charger, man's last stand.
You're still here. Incredible. Our last guest for this season of Late Night Oneonta, our wonderful producer, Marissa Tambasco.
Hi, Joshie.
Hello. Thank you so much for stepping in front of the camera to chat with me.
Anything for the show. it's you know, I do anything.
How does it feel for you to be out here instead of back way over there?
Relaxing. That's what it feels like. It feels so nice and relaxing because this show, one of the first things I did, I started on the show so early, I didn't actually take multicam, which is a class that teaches you how to direct and how to work the studio. So I just kind of like jumped in and I was just like, oh, ready camera one. I mean, it's such a fast-paced production, which is so awesome. But I remember during my first like production I did for the class, our teacher, Professor Giese, was like, Marissa, slow down. This isn't late night, like breathe. And I was like, are you sure?
Are you sure?
I was
really?
like, is that allowed?
I don't believe you.
So it's very relaxing. It is very bright though. Aiden was right, and I know I look greasy, so we're gonna roll with it.
It's fine. Everything's fine. So you are a senior. You are graduating in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
What is your major?
I am a dual major. I'm a mass communications production major. That was my major when I got to Oneonta. And then my second year I added a theater major.
Yes.
So I am always busy and running and not drinking enough water, pretty much.
Yes. as it happens.
Yes.
So you just finished up the last production of the year, your last production with us, Hunk the Musical.
Yes.
How was that experience? I loved it. The show was incredible.
It was so much fun. I would do that show literally for like 50 more performances, as long as I was getting paid. But you know, it's the thought that counts. I would do it so much, and it was so full circle because I did little musicals when I was younger, but when I was 12, I was in a little like camp at my former high school. And it was for young kids, and it was so fun. And they did this musical called Honk Jr. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll audition. But I was so shy. I did not have any friends. I was like a hermit. And I auditioned, and I got the Bullfrog. And I was like, wild. I don't know what to do with this. And the directors worked with me really hard because I was so shy, and that completely changed my life because I got out of my shell, and I suddenly, no one could shut me up, as Aiden can attest to.
She's been talking ever since.
I've been talking ever since, which is awesome, and it made, and to be the Bullfrog in this production for my last production in college was really wonderful, and it was so full circle, and it was so fun. And you know, in college you do so many intense shows, and they're really sad.
Yes.
And to do a children's musical,
some of them are
Romeo and Juliet, and to do a show that was so fun and so upbeat for kids, was like,
oh, the kids were adorable. They loved it.
Oh my God, they're a banana sandwich, but they're awesome. I love them.
Except there was the one child who had to come out of the theater crying because he saw the big 15-foot chair and he thought there were giants.
My God, he thought they were giants, which makes sense.
It does make sense.
Because if you think of like children's books, there's a giant. There's a giant. So there would be a giant chair. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, I get it. Yeah. I don't.
It was adorable.
I can't. Oh, it was so precious.
In a tragic sort of way.
It was beautifully tragic. Yeah. But yeah, that was wild.
Yeah. So what is your favorite memory from late night Oneonta?
My favorite memory was probably my first year I was a director, because I did the show. Before I got to Oneonta, I emailed the producer Rachel and I said I want to be on the show, and she was like, cool, be a PA. So I was, and then she was graduating my freshman year and she said, take it over. Okay, sure. And so I was like, I knew nothing, but I was like, she trusted me, and she taught me everything I know. Rachel Zawinski, I love her. And that whole first year directing was so transformative, and I did it. And then that year I won Best Director at our awards, the Wire TV Awards, and that was like,
very nice.
Oh, I just hit my mic. I'm sorry. Aiden's probably having a heart attack. But that was a really wonderful memory from late night. I'm going to miss it.
Well, thank you so much for being here, being in front of the camera, and thank you so much for everything you've done for this show.
Of course.
Thank you so much for being an amazing producer and writer and just a wonderful human being. We're going to miss you very much.
I'm going to miss you.
All right, well, thank you, Marissa. And of course, thank you to our other guests this evening. And thank you for watching. Good night, Oneonta.